Wow, it's pouring here. You guys hear that? It's freaking pouring. Wow. It's been raining all night. Kind of suits my mood. If anybody shows up. It does suit my mood. Doom and gloom. Doom and gloom. Itchy nose. Come on, ghost. Am I being ghosted? Is this what ghosting is? Should I talk about it? Or shouldn't I? I'm actually going to stick up for someone today, but I'll wait till somebody shows up. Maybe I'll just let you guys chat. Maybe I'll just play music like Ben does sometimes. Hi, Gina. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Bluebird. I just wanted to li listen to that rain. Can you guys hear that? It's just pouring. It's been pouring rain all freaking night. God. Ah, hi, Katja. You're Googling external hard drives. I hear California's on complete lockdown. I saw that on the news this morning. So I'm not sure what that means. That means everybody has to stay in their house. Like, does it mean the businesses are all closed and stuff? I don't know. Somebody gave me hell yesterday because I went to McDonald's and got a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. They said I was being selfish, but my husband goes to work every day. So he could very well bring the virus home. So it's like, hi, crime canary. So, like, there's been, I guess it jumped up to 23 cases in Pittsburgh. I don't know if it's worth going live tonight instead. I don't know. That's what I figured. Like, I figured with all this going on that there would be a lot of people, but I think I had like 11 people in my chat yesterday, which was fun because I could like talk to everybody. Hi, Mandy. I think people are sleeping in more, so they're not up in the morning. But there's the odd like video out there that's like putting down Heidi because she was triggered yesterday, but whatever. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for coming on my panel yesterday. I love your accent, by the way. Carrie's from Scotland. And I learned yesterday that under Scottish kilts, they don't wear nothing. So I learned something yesterday from uh, Carrie. And she told her story about being stalked for 4 years, which was cool. But yeah, Wendy, I don't know what's up. Yesterday was like dead, dead, dead. I don't know if I should talk about this, but here's the thing. Heidi had a live last night and she was triggered by, I guess, something that happened years ago on Facebook. Like, if you're going to bring it up in another live chat, whatever, If you're going to bring something up from years ago in a live chat and use her name and it triggers her, she has every right to talk about it on her platform. Don't be going in her chat and telling her she has no right to talk about it. She has every right to talk about what she wants to. I support her 110%. Maybe people are embarrassed to let her family know they're sitting on YouTube all day. Yes. Wendy, exactly. Exactly. Maybe that's it. Maybe they don't want their kids to know what they're up to all day. I know if my husband's around, I'm very seldom on YouTube. Although he knows I go on YouTube, he doesn't know, he's not sure about all the drama and stuff. Like, I don't actually come right out and tell him about all the drama. Yeah, so I did. I went to McDonald's yesterday and got a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, and somebody left a comment, which I deleted now, that I was being very selfish, and was it worth me putting my husband at risk to get a stupid sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin? Well, my husband goes to work every day, so he puts me at risk every day. So whatever. But yeah, so anyways, I was talking about Heidi. Listen, you guys, you said this to me the other day. You said, if I say something about a certain group, then you guys have every right to clap back. And you did, Amanda Lynn. You did. You said, and you got it wrong again. You said I called you all racist. No, I said that place was racist, and I didn't want anything to do with it. I saw the video that Dee Dee Dugan goes, and I don't want to have anything to do with those people. And that's my right. But you know, you said you fired up a lie because it triggered you because I called you all racists. Not true. I said I wanted to stay clear of people that hang out in that place. And that's my right. So now you guys are all upset because Heidi fired up alive because something triggered her about something that happened years ago on Facebook. I support Heidi 100%. Had nothing to do. And believe me and Laura have had our back and forths. We're not each other's biggest fans, but this had nothing to do with Laura. So you saying that Heidi is bringing stuff up because of Laura is not fair. It's not fair to Laura. It's not fair to Heidi because she has her reasons for doing what she does. And I support her 100%, and I'll stick up for her. Just like you all on that side will stick up for your friends and think that you're well, it's okay for you guys to do it, but it's not okay for us. Like, you've forgiven all these people that you hated on when they supported Laura. Now you're all kissy, huggy, huggy with them, but you're hating on Heidi, and the only reason you're hating on Heidi is because she's supporting Laura. Believe me, I'm not Laura's biggest fan. I and Wendy, I have no history in those groups, so I really don't know what went on, but something triggered Heidi to fire up her live last night, and she has a right to do that. She was getting bashed in her own chat. It is so funny to try to explain YouTube to people. The crazy screen names makes it impossible to explain it to anyone without side-eyeing them. I know, my husband is like, oh my God, why are you on YouTube so much? Like, he doesn't understand it. So anyways, I wasn't a part of those groups, but something triggered her. Something Amanda Lynn said triggered her. And she has a platform, so she has every right to go on her own platform and talk about it. You know, here's my thing, and my opinion only. If you're looking up people's information, and I don't care who you are and what reason it is. Hi, Ems. How did your meeting go, by the way? I don't care what your reasons are, and you saying, did anything happen to your family? If you look up someone's information and you put it out there, it doesn't matter if anything happened to your family. Hi, Heidi. Good morning. It doesn't matter if anything happened to your family or not. if you put someone's information out there, and I'm not saying she did or she didn't, but why do you need an account that looks up people's information in the first place? There's only one reason, it's to look people up. And you can excuse it all you want, but it doesn't matter. If her information was looked up and posted, and even if nothing happened to her family because of it, she has every right to be triggered. And if you guys don't like it, tough. But it had nothing to do with Laura. This is years ago. I assume this is years ago. I was not a part of these groups. And believe me, I am not Laura's biggest fan. She's not my biggest fan. But in this case, she had nothing to do with it. I hate how anyone who subscribes to Laura can't say anything without people saying, but Laura did this. And the truth fired up something, a video or whatever, and got it wrong, of course. Heidi has a right, and I support Heidi 100%. She has a right, like they had a right. They said, because I said something, I wanted to stay away from racist, people that belong to racist groups and stuff. I have every right to say, I'm looking you up right now. I hope you're joking, Liquid C. I had a right to say that, and they had a right to clap back. But I didn't go in their chat and bash them for it. I will always view you as you, no matter who you support. And here's the thing. I like people on both sides, but they don't like me anymore because of this whole Blondie McBlonde thing and the whole racist thing. They won't even come in my chat. And you know what? That's fine. That's on them. I won't go in their chats. I mean, but if something triggered Heidi and she felt the need, she needed to go live, good for her. She had that right. No one needs to bash anybody for doing what they feel, they should do. Like, I have my close circle of friends, okay? There's about 6 of us. We trust each other. We would never post each other's private messages. We would never stab each other in the back. And then I have people that I like that support Makeup Monster. I have people I like that support Laura. I have people I like that support Hello Starlight. I have people I like that support 180. I have people I like that support M's. And that is my right as a person to have my personal, and here's the thing, and people in my close circle support people that maybe I don't like so much and don't or have issues with, and that's fine. We can still be friends. Many will post personal texts the minute they get mad. Must be careful. Exactly. I understand that. And that's why I've told people, do not send me screenshots, do not send me personal texts, because I've seen it done over and over. My own text to someone was sent to someone else and was posted. And and it wasn't even a bad text, because I'll post it again. I will post that text again, because it wasn't even a bad text. It was about someone that was going from chat to chat talking about me consistently, but they turned it around to make it look like it was a threat. Believe me when I say trying to be Switzerland is impossible, because if you support, like here it is, I support Heidi 110%. All this is over because I wanted peace and I made apologies. Why is it when certain people want peace, you get snide comments and lives made about you? Heidi, because of who you support, because you said you didn't have issues with Laura. So that's the thing. That's the reason. That's the only reason. because from what I saw in your chat last night, and I wasn't up for a long time, and I don't know what happened in that Facebook group because I wasn't a part of it. It was years ago, and I never belonged to those Facebook groups. But from what I saw in the chat, the people that were bashing on you were people that hate Laura. And they hate Laura so much. They hate Laura so much that they don't care what you have to say. And they will never accept what you have to say because of the hatred for Laura. And I've seen it over and over again. I've seen it as a subscriber before I did live streams, and I'm seeing it still now. And to this day, they won't come in here because I'm okay with someone that's okay with Laura. It's like, oh, she's okay with Laura, and she's okay with this person, so I'm not going to speak to her. But I'm going to ghost her. Good, because I like less people in this chat because it's easier for me to talk to people. Um, and we should not be judged by who our friends are. If we're okay with someone that's not even coming in here anymore, that's not causing any trouble, that's not doing anything, I don't think we should be judged by it anymore. Like, it's just me. Why did Amanda Lynn bring this up? I have no idea. I didn't see it. I was asleep, crazy nurse granny. So I don't know. Just to cause trouble for content. I have no idea, because she likes to start trouble for people. And here's the thing. I was asleep and I woke up I wasn't even in Heidi's live right away. I woke up and she was already live. And I went in there and I just saw people just going after her, because now that certain people that used to support Laura's ride or dies have jumped ship. They love on them when a month ago they hated on them. So who's being hypocritical here? Like, oh, are you quarantined now, Ems? I've been home since Monday, but now truly quarantined since this happened yesterday. I have 0 symptoms, but better safe than sorry, I guess. So can you work from home? Or, wow. This is the thing, is YouTube is, and I have a friend that's in a completely different community, and he went into Heidi's last night and he was just so upset. He was so upset at how people were attacking each other, even in the chat. And he's not even from this community, wanted to go up on Heidi's panel and fix things. That's how upset he was about the hatefulness he saw in there. And that's someone that's not even from this community. Like, he's from the prepper community. And I've been trying to distance myself from some of the people in this community because of what I've been seeing going on in here. And even I told Ben, I said, Ben, take my ranch in your chat. I don't want to go in there anymore. I don't like what, I'm seeing. I think people are using him. I don't like to see that. And that's my opinion. And I have a right to my opinion. And you have a right, whoever you are, to clap back. But we used to go into Ben's chat when there was 4 and 5 people in there. We supported him from last year. Hi, Travel Vlog. I know, done. Okay, done. Hi, host. Hi, travel vlog. Yeah, we all came in contact with positive case and didn't know till yesterday. Now my office is completely shut down. Even live news has to be done elsewhere. I noticed here that they're doing the live news here on everybody's in a different location. One's doing it from home. One's doing it from one part of the studio. Another's in another part. They're just not in contact with they're not sitting at the same desk. Yes, you can, Heidi. Absolutely. Absolutely can have a link. But here I'm saying, what I'm saying is it doesn't matter if your information was looked up and nothing happened to your family. If your information was looked up and put out there, then it's wrong. And I don't know why Randy said that I support someone that it's Randy's life. I think she said in a chat that I supported somebody. She's talking about Brian. I never supported that. But I absolutely don't support whether whether something happens to your family or not. If your information was brought up, if even if you have that kind of a program, like the only reason you would have that kind of a program is to look people up, and that to me is a dangerous situation. Hey, girl.
Hey, I just want to say I know it don't make a lot of sense to people right now.
Okay.
And I really don't want to say why it doesn't make sense because I just don't want to say at this
Fine.
point.
That's fine. Obviously, something triggered you yesterday.
Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, I woke up last night and come to find out I had another live made about me. And it's just, you know, everything, everybody has a lot going on, with this coronavirus and
Serendipity made another one this morning, but she does that. That's her style. As soon as she hears something, she makes a live about it. She does it on everybody. She's done it on me. She'll do it on me. It doesn't matter. She's everywhere, and she just fires.
But I did not bring this up. Like I said, I had a live schedule for 9:30 myself last night. Right. I ended up when my grandson got out of the shower. Our thing every night is, I lay with him. He left, he's Mama's boy, and we watched Oddbots. So I fell asleep. I woke up, come to find out I had another live about me, and I didn't hear her say it on her live. I was told. So, I was like, what the hell? But I heard her say it on 180's live the night before. So, I'm like, but I don't understand.
I don't know why she's doing that. She's just doing it for what? For attention, for content?
No, they're coming after me. They're coming after me because of all this lore stuff. They want to say it's because of what I said to Hello Starlight. Okay. No. Nice try anyways, but no. Right. The only thing I said to Hello Starlight was I could not associate with people that were associated with
racists.
With a racist discord.
Exactly.
I couldn't.
I said the same thing. I didn't call anybody a racist.
I have a biracial granddaughter. Right. My future daughter-in-law is African. So how would that make it look that here I am associate with somebody who's in a racist discord? I mean, how would that make me look? People would think I'm racist, right?
Well, even me, I don't have any African Americans in my family, but I don't want to associate myself with that.
No.
And that's definitely right. I didn't call them racists. I said I don't want to associate with
Well, that's what they played with me too, Carla. They said I called Hello Starlight racist. Yep. I did not. I told Amanda Lynn.
Right.
You play what I said. I told her she has yet to play. She has yet to play what I said. But I am just so sick of this. Them saying things that I did not say.
Right. And
I'm sick of it.
And your issue with Tawanda is your issue with Tawanda from years ago. I have no idea what it is, and you've never told me. But that's you have every right. You have a platform. You have every right to go on your platform and say what bothers you, because that's exactly what they said to me. If you put something out there, they have a right, if it triggers them, to talk about it. And they did.
Yeah, but I don't understand why it's okay. There's other people that still in, still over there in that group, they go everywhere.
Right.
But once I do it, oh God, I am hung on a cross for it completely. So I don't understand it. I'm sorry that, you know, Laura never did anything to me personally.
Crazy Nurse Granny says, every time someone wants peace, chaos begins. Ems and Carla already been through it. What Heidi is going through. And it's true. You can't.
And I know. And I'm not stupid. I am not stupid.
No,
and, I know what they're doing. Right. I was a part of that crowd. I know what they're doing.
Right.
Do you not think? Does nobody not think I was a part of that crowd? I know what the hell they're doing.
Right. And I wasn't. I've really never been like, I did things that I regret. I apologized for them, and I just want nothing to do with any of the hatefulness anymore. I just don't. But
that's me too. But I'm sick and tired of, okay, how long are they going to drag me for? How many more lives? Okay, how many more lives are you going to make about me and this and that? Okay, come for me. Do what you have to do. Get it out of your system completely. Get it out of your system. Do what you have to do.
But you have a right to, if something triggers you, like they said, I triggered them because I said so. They said, and they took it right out of context again, that I called them racist. That's not true. I said,
that's right.
Nothing to do. And if I said it wrong, what I meant is I don't want to have anything to do with people that are in that kind of a group. And that's what I meant. And I don't.
Well, that's what they did to me. And I know what I said. I know what I've said. I mean, I went back and re-listened to it. I know exactly what I've said. But, she still won't play that part of my life. Why? Because they want to run with the narrative that
No, Betty Boop. That's not true. That's not true. Stop. She and Mandolin went on 2 different lives.
See, Betty Boop, you come in here saying that I called her racist. No. See, you're still running with it because that's what y'all do. That is exactly what y'all do.
Mandolin started it, and I don't know what she said that triggered Heidi, but, don't come at her sideways.
This is what they do. This is what they do, Carla. It's mob mentality. This is what they do.
I know exactly how it works. And the thing is, they're mad at you now because you made up with Laura. And that's the only reason they hate Laura so much.
So bad. Yep, they do.
They don't see anything else but that.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Carrie, you really don't. You lose a ton of respect from people when you decide not to pick a side, but you absolutely can go everywhere. It's tough, though. Yeah, exactly. But I still can't go anywhere because I know if I went into certain chats, I would be, jumped on.
Yeah, so I still can't. And that's me. I still like other people, and I said it last night on my live. I still watch them, but I can't comment because I know this is what it's going to be. Like Betty Boop and the rest of them. Oh, you're a flip-flopper. Go back to Laura. You switched to Laura. I know that's exactly what it's, to those
we're not allowed to have an opinion. Only they are. They can go after Laura time and time and time and time again. They went after me for the whole Blondie McBlonde thing. And I was freaking crucified over that. Come to find out, I had every right to question what she was going from panel to panel to panel talking about. Talking circles around me.
Exactly.
But I haven't heard one person that freaking went after me and crucified me in that chat. I haven't had one person come in here and say, I'm sorry I judged you. Not one person. But that's because,
I'm just sick of it. I mean, you can't, you're not allowed to be in certain chats because you're judged, you're ridiculed, you get lives made about you.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And I'm not watching any of the lives. Like if it's got my name in it, I won't watch it. I just won't. I noticed that Serendipity made a live about
Well,
you. Heidi,
I went
like
through
she
after
just
my
has no
live
content.
after my live last night. I went through and I personally blocked a lot of people, and I still have a lot to go. So you know what, Carla? They could pull out their troll accounts if they, because that's what's going to happen anytime I go live. Because I personally blocked a bunch of them, and like I said, I got a lot more to go.
I'm talking about in Hello Starlight's live. Maybe in Diana Wendy's they were sympathetic towards me, but not in Hello Starlight's live. I was basically made to look like a monster in that live. I was. And even Hello Starlight said on her panel, I'm not defending Carla or Trisha. Like we did something wrong because we dared to question something we weren't comfortable with. And that's what it's like. It just depends on where you are and who you like. And are you still there, Heidi? Heidi, are you still there? And that's the thing with Heidi last night. Something triggered. Heidi, you might have to come out unless you're muted. You might have to come out and come back in. But Heidi was like, something triggered her, and I don't know what, because I have no, there she is. I have no history. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I am so sick of them bringing up, Trisha in this. Oh my God. They think everything me and you do, Carla, they think me, it's for Trisha and Laura, and they think everything you do is for Trisha. I am so fucking sick of it.
They can't bring up my name without bringing up Trisha's name, and Trisha's not even on YouTube anymore. I
have a voice of my own, just as you do. I have my own platform, just as you do.
Right.
No, we're not working for anybody.
Nope. If I say something, it's because I really have because it means something to me. Because when I said that, when I asked Ben to take my wrench and I didn't want to be in his chat, it was because of, I felt in my heart that they were taking advantage of him. And I didn't want to be there to see him fall flat on his face. And he knows that because I still talk to him behind the scenes, whether they want to believe it or not. I just won't go in his chat because I think that they're using him. And I think a lot of them think it's funny, like to watch him like get drunk and make a fool out of himself. Well, I don't.
Right.
Yeah. I just don't. I don't want to see him crash and burn.
I mean, this place is just toxic anymore, Carla. It really is. It's horrible. It is completely horrible.
But the thing is, what gets me here is only certain people have a right to an opinion on here. And
exactly. Yeah. And everybody else can't have an opinion. That's just how it is.
Right. And like I said, you forgave Laura and you don't have a problem with her. I'm not Laura's biggest fan, but I'm not going to trash her every other day like they have done for months and months and months.
But that's just it, Carla. When I was trashing Laura and bashing Laura,
you were the
they were just fine with me. Yep. Just fine.
Crime Canary says, I respect you all, but people need to learn to let what people say roll off your back. You know your truth, and that's all that matters. That's easy in theory, Crime Canary. Right. It's not so easy in when you're being constantly trashed and bashed and you see it. Crazy Nurse, about 6 months ago, I judged Hello Starlight for going into Molly's. Once I said it out loud, I realized it was silly. I stopped judging people for where they go. Exactly. I mean, it doesn't matter where you go.
Why should it matter?
If you don't like it or don't watch them.
Why should it matter where anybody goes? I mean, This is what I don't understand is why
Because
people,
the hate for somebody, a certain creator, overrides their decisions on who they will and will not support. And that is kindergarten, not kindergarten. It's high school. To me, it's high school bullshit.
it
Like
is.
when you're in high school
Yeah.
and you're in high school and um you have friends that you don't like, and you're saying to them, well, if you're friends with them, then you can't be friends with me. And that's
Well,
exactly
see,
what it is on
I
YouTube.
mean, it's like I said on my live last night. I don't have this problem with my real life friends.
Tribalism. Yep.
Never have I had this problem. Yeah, we disagree on things, but we agree to disagree, and that's the end of it. And it's like, you and BTS and Bluebird and Mandy C.
Mm-hmm.
We're all close, and we all don't like the same people. But
Right.
you don't see us going at one another. I mean, you just don't see
Nope.
it.
Nope. Because we don't hate anybody that much that we
No,
would turn on each other for who we support or don't
I don't.
support.
I don't hate anyone. Period. I don't want that type of energy. No way do I want that type of energy.
Crazy Nurse Granny says, Ams, I don't care for Molly, but I don't judge her followers for her actions. Like people do Laura's followers. Oh my God. And that's the truth. I mean, do some things get said that I don't agree with? Yeah, in certain chats. And that's not just Laura's chat. That's in, a lot of other chats, MGL's chat, some other chats I've seen people say, come at people sideways. But I don't hate anybody enough. I actually don't hate anybody, to be honest with you. Hate is such a strong word.
But I haven't been in anyone's chats really. I come in yours when I catch yours in the mornings,
Right.
and then I'm in Laura's when I catch her. I
Correct.
I don't watch every live. I don't have time to sit on YouTube all day and all night. Sorry, people, but that's not me.
Catch it,
But
but
when
you know what
when
sucks?
I catch a live, that's when I'm there. And
Right.
I pop into Ben's. Um, I popped into Makeup Mobsters the other night when Tawanda was on Diane's panel, and I made like 2 or 3 comments, and then I was out. And I popped into Tiffany Marie's the other night, and I made, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 comments saying, and then I went in there and told Full On Drama that Laura, that we were looking for. Laura was looking because she played the video, and then I get judged over that.
Right.
It's like, are you serious?
Well, I'm trying to, and Catch is right. People could also be in a chat simply because their friends are there too. And I have gone into a chat, muted the host, and just talked to the people that are in the chat because I like the people that are in there. And but there's certain chats, Katja, that I can't go into because if I go into, it's going to be like I'm going to just create problems for the creator, and I don't want to do that either. So, and that's
Yeah.
because of things that I've said or things that that I probably inserted myself into that I shouldn't. But I absolutely support Heidi in that something triggered triggered her that she felt the need to go live, and that's her right. Don't go on her panel and start screaming at her. Like, don't bash her in her own chat. It's disgusting. Hi, Monica. Good morning. Hi, Mary. But
I don't care. Yes, I have like dramatic streams. Everybody who watches me knows. I could, yes, I pop off. I really do. And I am working so hard on that. And like I said, I started personally blocking people when I got off my live early this morning. And I am going to continue doing that today. And, because I don't care if I got 10, 15, 20 people in my chat. I'm not here to make money.
Right.
So I don't care.
Uh-huh.
I don't care how many people's in my chat. I don't care how many people's on my panel. And eventually,
Oh,
yes,
I hate when they
hopefully,
say, I hate when they say
hopefully
that.
the drama streams for me will become less.
Mhm.
After I finish personally blocking everyone.
My big mouth gets me in trouble sometimes too. Like sometimes like something will bother you and then and you'll say something like when I said about Ben's yeah, that I didn't want to associate myself and that's my right. But I never
Mhm.
called anybody racist because I don't think these people are racist. They belong to a Discord that, from what I've seen, is kind of racist. And I'm friends with Heidi. I know she has an African American um, daughter-in-law, and I just don't support that. If you support that's on you. I don't want
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to
I
be
mean,
around those
that's how
people.
I feel. If you want to support, if they want to support it, go ahead and support it.
Plus,
But I can no longer associate with you.
plus
And
what the German lady did to Ben, I thought, like, when she went in there and dropped his link in the Discord, I thought was messed up. And laughing about him and calling him names and stuff while you're on his panel, mushing it up with him. No, I'm sorry.
what
I
I've
just
seen
don't
come
agree
out of
with
that
that.
RDA Discord, it is
That's disgusting.
nasty. Yes, it is very disgusting.
So we can choose not to support that kind of behavior. I mean, that's up to us. They want to say Laura's disgusting and Laura's this and Laura's that, but they're in that Discord. Sorry, not sorry.
Right. Yeah.
I'm actually waiting on a Zoom meeting to start in 2 minutes to get another update on things. This is all so surreal. It is. And I guess all of California is closed, like on lockdown right now.
It is
That's
getting
really
worse
weird.
and worse, y'all. It's getting worse.
And I guess
You know,
Italy is even worse now.
yeah.
The cases have skyrocketed in Italy. It's like so scary.
My son called me the other night, and he has a friend that's in Italy, and yes, it's very bad over in Italy. Very bad.
I wouldn't be leaving my house if I was living there. I'm actually okay. I
But
just
here we are, everything that's going on in this world, and people worrying about, are they going to have enough food? But here we are, on YouTube, and everybody's going at one another. Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
I did it.
pretty sad. It's pretty sad. Like, I just find it like really sad that they feel the need to fire up a live and go after you for something that happened, and probably wouldn't have triggered you had she just kept her mouth shut. It's surreal and scary. I'm not even so much scared of the virus, but if you have something that triggers you, you have every right to go on your stream and talk about it. I know people don't like that. That's too bad. Are you still there, Heidi?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm listening.
But we were there. I'm sorry I fell asleep.
That's okay.
I was like late. It was late for me. And I didn't catch the beginning of your stream. But I caught Tawanda yelling at you, and I just thought, why would you yell at someone on their own panel? Like, we
Yeah,
don't know the history that you have with her. I don't even know the history you have with her. So people don't have the right to judge you for that. So.
yeah. I mean,
And you've
the
got things going on in your real life too. Like, why does everybody feel bad for certain people but not bad for other people?
and I don't like putting my business out there,
Oh, I
you
know.
know. But my nephew's birthday was the other week, and I don't even want to know. I'm gonna start crying again. The unknown of not knowing if he's dead or alive, and my mother calling me every day, crying, crying.
Yeah, that's hard. I know it's put
So
hard on you.
it's
Oh,
it's
we all
when
have
we
things,
when we take drives looking for, we don't know where to look, and
right?
yes, the police is involved because he was on probation. So, of course, the police is involved. But, you know, it's not just one person who has something going on in their real life.
Mario, I and the girls are self-quarantining until I find out if I'm positive. Wow. Well, I
And
hope
I
you're
don't
not.
and I don't want sympathy. You know, all I want is prayers. Prayers that he is found safely. You know, prayers for our family because
Right.
this has affected our entire family.
Exactly. Exactly. Carrie says, for example, domestic violence will be on the increase, isolating families together with no escape, etc. Serious issues. However, what's happening with people being bullied, etc., is serious also. We need escapism and we need to be happy. We need some happiness and, like, you know,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
always going after people, and it's just certain people that are bullied on here. And I've noticed that over and over again. It's just certain people. Um, and I know probably it's not going to change anytime soon. It hasn't changed since I've been on here. Um, I've seen people get bullied over and over. I've seen Mandy Bell get bullied. I've
Yeah.
seen Trisha get bullied. I know you might not like these people, but they've been bullied
It's
off of YouTube.
it, it's the facts.
What the
It's the
hell?
facts.
They've been bullied off of YouTube. And I don't care who you are. Like, I don't care who you support. But if it gets to the point where you have been so bullied that you have to leave a platform, there's something wrong. I
Yeah.
mean, they're human beings. Like,
Exactly.
they are. And Heidi's a human being. Something triggered her yesterday. She went on her platform. She talked about it. She was like bashed for it. Why? Because she forgave Laura. She's okay with Laura. And that's the only thing. Hate for someone overrides
But
the.
they're wanting to make, but instead of, because I know what it is. Like I said, I'm not stupid, but they're using the Hello Starlight as an excuse. You know, no, 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 no. I know, like I said, I'm not stupid.
What
So,
about Hello Starlight? I don't understand where she even comes into play in all this, because I mean, she has nothing to do with your Facebook group or whatever.
well, I mean, because it was said on, I only watched like 35 minutes or so of Mandy Lynn's last night, and I was like, oh, hell no. And I fired up my
And
life.
hasn't Amanda
But it
Lynn
was
done some
said,
pretty fucked up?
on Amanda Lynn's panel last night, you know, that where, how was it put? You know, that I had called their friend a racist or something like that. I may
Oh,
not have the words right,
look
but
getting old.
everybody will just have to go back and watch it if it's still up. I don't know. But that's
She
the whole
sits there
thing.
and she
They're
says,
running with that
Laura,
when that was not
everything's
even
good.
said. I did not call her that, but that's what they're running with.
I didn't call her that either. I said I don't want to associate with people that are in that place.
Yeah, that's what I said
Get it
too.
right, Amanda Lynn, who fired up alive after that. And basically,
Yeah,
they were all pissed off at me. But Amanda Lynn has done some pretty fucked up things from what I understand and I have heard, but she's been forgiven. So she's been forgiven because she says she's sorry, but no one else can. As long as if you support Laura or you don't, you know, yeah, and I don't, I'm like I said before, I'm not Laura's biggest fan and she's not mine, but everything isn't about her. Everything doesn't lead back to
right,
her.
right. I mean, that's, everything that happens is not Trisha's fault, and it sure as hell isn't Laura's fault. I mean, this just is mind blowing. How they even possibly think, I mean, do they not think that people have a mind of their own and they're adults? They can think for themselves. Hey.
Right. What do you mean, what the fork? What the fork says, oh, stop. Carrie says, creators being bullied and their friends, and with tough times, we come here to take repute from what's going on. Laura has to be strong to cope with fate. She's stronger than me. I would have been gone long ago if I had been her. I would have been
Yeah,
gone so
that's
long
what I
ago.
said last night
They did
too.
the games and they had her name in it all the time. I would have been
Yeah,
freaking
a year of this, a
I
year.
couldn't do it.
I wouldn't have been able to last
No,
probably 6 months, and I
no,
would have been
no.
gone.
And it's been even tough for me on here. Like,
But now, here's what Laura's dealing with now. She has the old expatriates that have went at her for a year, and now the recent Patreons that just left have now fell into the arms of the old expatriates. So
yep.
it's like a wham bam.
Yeah, like they all love
And that's what I understand, because, you know, the old expatriates was talking shit about the new expatriates that just left, and vice versa. But now, they're all up in each other's chats, buddy. So hey,
right,
you know,
man.
why are they coming at me for? Why are they coming at me for?
Puss in Boots says, really? Why Puss in Boots? A question, and serious question. Why are they firing up lives with her name in it? Like, do you think that's not triggering? I triggered Laura, but it's not allowed. She's not allowed to be triggered by that. You guys are like, making kissy face with all these people that you hated 6 months ago.
Yeah, exactly. That they talk shit about.
Yep.
And like I said, vice versa.
Yep. And I fell into that trap too, but I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just.
I mean, they want to call me a hypocrite. Are you for real? You're going to sit and call me a hypocrite. Okay.
Please be
Go ahead.
respectful in
Go
your
ahead and run
comments.
with it, boo.
Whether you agree or not, you can be polite and calm. Exactly, Monica. Yes. And to fire up live, like I've had so many lives or streams fired up with my name in it. I'm telling you, I was like so sick and tired. Every time that Blondie McBlonde went on a frickin' panel, my name was brought up. And I like to know where all these people were that were coming to her about my super chat.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah,
have to come
exactly.
around to tell me.
Exactly.
You know.
But, that's the part of being a creator. I mean, yeah, you're going to have haters, of course.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
I mean, but, you can't call anyone a hypocrite when you're doing the same damn thing.
Right. Yeah, and they're doing some pretty messed up things. Like I said, they have run people off of YouTube. Like I'm telling you, if I was Laura, I would have been run off YouTube a long time ago. And these same people that have just left now were her ride or dies. But that's gotta hurt.
Katya says, Heidi, isn't it possible to just say,
not a matter
that's
of being
not what I
triggered.
meant? What I
People
meant
can go
was
wherever they
this.
want. What the fuck does it matter? Don't make accusations if you can't back it up. Oh,
Katya,
really? Puss in Boots?
but my live is up. Exactly what my words said. I didn't mean it in any malicious way. There was nothing like that. I did not mean it that way. But they're taking it and they're spinning it to,
If you guys want to support a racist
to hate
Discord,
on me. That's what they're doing. I mean, so.
and laugh about it and say it's funny that they call people whatever they call them in that Discord. That's on you. You can support that all you want. I'm not going to go around people that do that. Sorry,
Hell no.
not sorry.
Hell no.
The only time I say anything is if someone goes after someone I call a friend. Oh, okay. Whatever. Well, then why can't anybody else do it? Puss in Boots.
Yeah,
Because
why
if we
can't
stick up for our friends, they fire up alive about it. And then they're allowed to say whatever they want, but we're not.
Yep,
Okay. Okay, you keep going with that.
yep, exactly.
Hate and drama being viewed, sadly. Yeah, that's true. It's hatefulness, and that brings in the views. If you hate someone. I don't hate anybody, to be honest with you. I don't. Do I like some of the behavior? No. Do I like people being proud that they've run people off YouTube? No. I think it's disgusting.
It is.
And I think laughing about it is disgusting. And I think the people that laugh about them and being all proud that they ran someone off YouTube is disgusting. And I'll always think that's disgusting. And you know who you are, you know, who you are, who've run people off YouTube, have tried to run me off several times, going after me over and over and over again. And we know who it is because I talk with Heidi and a few others privately, and we've seen the
Mhm.
evidence. So,
Well, I mean, it's like I said on my live last night. I'm not involved with the crowd now, so I see everything. I
right,
look back and I think, "Damn, that's how I was." Are you serious? I was like that,
right,
but now that
right,
I'm out of it, I can actually see. My eyes are open to it.
right. And last night you were triggered, and I don't know because I was asleep. I don't know what triggered your reaction, but you had a strong reaction to something that was said um, by someone that probably did worse. So, and I don't even know what they did because I really don't want to know what they did. But from what I understand, it was pretty disgusting. So I watch all the hate Laura and the Makeup Mobster get, and I'm amazed that they haven't changed platforms or sub to communities.
Carrie says,
Right.
hate creates bitterness, which in turn makes you physically ill, and then you fail to see the good in all of the
Oh,
human
Carla, grow
race.
up. You can't say a group of people does the same thing without proof. I go where I want and when I want
Oh
to.
my God!
Oh my goodness.
Puss in Boots? Are you
Okay.
Are
You
you
didn't
for
put
real
anybody down.
now?
All
You
right.
sit in
Okay. You never
these
came
same
after me.
chats. You sit in these
Oh
same
my God.
chats, and you don't see it. Okay, Puss in Boots. Good grief.
The screenshot queen. Okay. Whatever.
It's hilarious.
He
He really
hated me.
is.
He hated me when I left the Patreon. So whatever. Whatever. You go with that. Go with your false narrative, as Laura says. I don't care if they make bitty bitty kissy kissy huggy huggy face with all those people. I really don't.
I don't
I don't
either.
like. I still don't like
I'm
who
just
I
pointing
like.
out the
I think
hypocrisy of
you
it.
should grow up, Puss in Boots, and stop taking screenshots in everybody's lives. I think that's like immature. And then posting it everywhere or posting it in secret in like secret messages or instant messages or whatever, however
people's
you do it.
people's thumbs have to be really
Be
sore.
respectful to
I
our
could not
host.
I could not imagine sitting on YouTube all day
It's not a
and
racist
all night.
discord when he's calling people the N-word. Oh, okay. It's not a racist discord. I beg to differ. I think it's a racist discord.
Really? Wait a
You
minute, who said
allow
that?
that and
Who
you
said
go
that?
worst nightmare.
Are you for
Labeling
real?
people racist.
Sorry,
I didn't
racist nightmare.
label people racist. I
Oh,
said I don't want anything to do with people that are in that discord because what I saw.
that is what
Sorry,
I
not
said to.
sorry.
I saw the Dee Dee Dugan video,
Yeah, me too.
and they used the N word with the R word at the end. So no, don't come in here because you know what? No, don't get me started on this. Don't get me started on this. Nope, 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 nope.
No, but that's okay that they can use that and then they go after other people and that's all right. That's all right. Okay.
If y'all want to hang out with racist people, have at it. How about it? But I have no use. I have no use for anyone who is hanging out with racist people and in a Discord with racist people.
I'm not in a Discord, so I'm not in a Discord anymore. And if you support someone that's calling people the N-word, then you're in a racist Discord. I'm sorry, not sorry. It's not, Carla. Shall I start censoring? They're being very hateful. If they're being hateful and mean, yeah. We never said, but let them have their opinion. They have a right to have their opinion. But if they get hateful and stupid, they're allowed to support and call
worst nightmare. Worst nightmare. Call the person who said it racist if you want, but you don't label an entire group that. Really? You're going to, okay, no. Oh my God. Let me break it down. When you are in a Discord,
who made false allegations?
You're high up with this Discord that is blatantly racist. You know how they are. You know, they not only are racist in that Discord, the owner of the Discord, but they make fun of people. They call to troll people. So
they drop links.
Drop links to have people porned. Are you serious?
So then y'all are scammers by your logic. Didn't you hang in a Discord with a scammer? That's why we questioned it, and we were.
That's why we
questioning it.
Exactly.
We were crucified for questioning it. Yes, that's why we questioned it.
Oh my God.
Yes, we did. Not at first, but after a while, when stories didn't add up, we started to question it.
We sure did.
Absolutely right.
Yep.
Thank you.
And I am glad we questioned it.
But we absolutely saw evidence in Dee Dee Dugan's video of them saying the N-word. I'm using your logic. You're right. No, when we didn't know that they were scammers, or she was a scammer.
And plus, Blonde Bay was already gone from Discord. So,
she got kicked out of Discord when things didn't add up.
Don't come in here and try to gaslight us or whatever. No, it's not going to work with me.
Okay, so you see that someone is a racist in a Discord, but you still hang in there. So what's that say about you? So that's the logic I'm using. And
that says, you know what that says to me? That says to me that you support that person or that group of people. That's what it says to me.
Yeah, apples and oranges, worst nightmare. People who scam aren't obvious and blatant about it. Therefore, a lot of people wouldn't be privy to it. Being racist out in the open for everyone to see. Exactly. Who isn't even ashamed of it, just brags about being racist.
Well, they were just on Lemonade's panel the other night. And, everybody knows she goes live late, like early in the morning. So, I get my husband up for work and make sure he hears his alarm go off at 2:15 in the morning. So I popped in there. Was it the night before last?
Why was it okay?
And they were making racist comments on the freaking panel. This RDA, whoever.
I didn't see that. That's why when I heard about all this stuff that was going on in that Discord, I just asked Ben, take my wrench. I don't want to go there anymore. I'm done.
It was racist comments on our panel.
You are racist, worst nightmare. But you know what? It's the same for everybody. If it's not, then you're being unfair. And I'm not saying that everybody in that Discord is racist. I'm saying I don't want to be, and that's my right. I don't want to be, associated with that. Why are you yelling? Calm down. Can't you have a discussion without yelling? I'm not yelling.
She's not yelling.
I'm just saying, well, I'm trying to get my point across is that I just think that if we're going to be considered, and what if I would have gone on my live, can you imagine if I would have gone on my live stream and said, here's the thing, we don't believe that Blonde Bay had a child that died. So I'm going to stop taking super chats. All my super chats are going to go to me for me now. Can you imagine how terrible I would have looked
Oh
saying
my
that?
gosh,
I would have been
Carla,
freaking,
you would have been, you would have been you would have been
drugged
drugged
to filth.
to, yeah, from here
We would have
to
been drugged to filth if we had
plumb
questioned it.
across the
Right,
country.
Carla, weren't you the same person that was making nice with Brian saying, yeah, I was. I actually was. And that was, probably, I don't believe he's racist, though. I really don't. I think Brian gets,
Crazy Nurse Granny
I think
made a
Brian
very
gets, I don't really believe he's racist. I think Brian gets mad and says things and doesn't, you know,
Crazy
maybe
Nurse
use
Granny
the right words, but
made a very good
have
comment.
you
She
seen
said,
him in here since all that happened? You have not seen him in here. None of us that recently left Patreon have anything to do with no fucking racist Discord or Hello Starlight. I maybe have said a handful of words to Hello Starlight. I didn't say I
right, Puss in Boots, nothing, nobody ever said anything about you being in a damn
we're not
Discord.
even mentioning her. We're not even mentioning
Jesus.
her. We never
See,
mentioned
this is
anyone.
what
I
these
just
people do. This
if
is
you
what
want to
they
belong to
do.
that,
Rewind, Puss in Boots, to
I
know
just
what
don't think
exactly
Brian
was
is.
said.
He may well be. I'm not
Crazy
supporting
Nurse Granny
him in
made
here.
a good comment,
He doesn't
Carla.
even come in here. So
Carla, Crazy Nurse Granny made a good comment.
okay.
Blonde Bay did not advertise scamming in Discord like racism was. Duh. She is so right.
That's true.
She
That's
is so right.
true. And how can you say the Discord is racist, but Brian isn't? I just don't believe Brian is. I'm sorry. I think he gets mad and he says things and he does stupid shit. Some people believe he is racist, some people don't. But has he said some pretty freaking vile things? Yeah, he has. Have you seen him in here since all this went down?
And RDA
I will be
Discord,
polite.
the owner, the person who has that Discord, they go after people. So,
yeah.
oh my God, that Discord is just disgusting altogether.
Yeah. Brian is ignorant, not racist. Brian can be ignorant. I've had him do shit in here that pissed me off, like yelling at subs and stuff. So yeah, Brian's no angel. Thank you, Heidi, for doing my dirty work and going after Tawanda. I'll advance you up later. Life complex, ugly. I have no idea who's that is.
I
And
have no idea who it is too.
A lot of your live last night, but I missed all of Amanda's because I know the night before, whatever, my name was up there. Hang on, guys, I have to mute.
Okay. Okay, I will read comments. Worst nightmare. Then perhaps the other guys are just ignorant and not racist. Worst nightmare. Maybe you should go watch the Diddy Do Good video. Okay. I mean, no. Just go watch the video. Or either you're just too blind to see it. One of the two. One love, but you still made nice with him and are saying anyone that is in the Discord is wrong. Monica H, he can also be funny. One love, Heidi, you need to apologize for accusing someone without any proof. One love, you know what? I know it happened. Several people know it happened. And hopefully I can get that proof. I have somebody working with me to try to retrieve the stuff. Okay? I just don't say things to say things. But anyways, moving on. Worst not Brian has said the same exact stuff. Monica H, was trying to pretend to be perplexed original. It's Molly that tipped people for doing her dirty work. Worst nightmare. I'm thinking you have a problem with Hello Starlight for. Are you serious? No, no, no. I don't have. See, this is where everybody is trying. This is where, the trouble starts. Personally, I don't have a problem with Hello Starlight. Can I associate with her any longer because of what I saw come out of that Discord on that Dee Dee Dugan video? No, I cannot. It's two different things, worst nightmare. And obviously you can't. I don't. It's like explaining. But no, personally, I don't have a problem with her. But I can no longer associate with anyone that I once associated with that's in that Discord. That is bullshit, and you know it. You don't accuse it. Okay, One Love, whatever. Yes, crazy nurse Granny. I know my truth. But, these people just want to, that's all they want to do. They want to continue causing trouble.
Worst Nightmare says she's been in the Discord for a couple months or so. You didn't have a problem with her until Trisha did.
Tiffany Marie, racism is racism.
When she went after me on her panel with Blondie McBlonde, that's when I started having kind of a problem there. So yeah. And
see, yeah, this worst nightmare, I guess, is trying to think for me. Sorry, worst nightmare, but no.
And I don't even think that's what last night was about for Heidi. I think it was about something that happened in Facebook, her being doxxed years ago.
But here's the thing, Carla. I don't care. Like I said it all along. You want to come for me, come for me. But my family, you've crossed the line. And that's a line that you don't want to cross.
Why does it make a difference if something happened to your family or not? If you were doxxed, it's wrong. It doesn't matter.
No. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful nothing happened to my parents. I'm thankful nothing happened to my sisters.
Hi, Ash.
I'm thankful for that.
Ash 274.
But it still happened. Their information was put out there.
It's just not. Listen, I mean, they're not going to do anything to me, so I'm not really worried about Tiffany. I am not. Why are you always saying that? Maybe I'm 180, or maybe I'm me. You don't have to be hateful to me. I'm not hateful. I'm not trying to be hateful.
Let me make this clear. I can't see Ash 274, her comments. Like I said, I went on a blocking spree personally on my Facebook, on my account, and I blocked a lot of people after my live, and I will continue through the day. So, if she directs something at me, Carla, you'll just have to tell me because I can't see her.
Carla, you have no mind of your own. You just follow with the wind, suit with the wind. No, I do have a mind of my own. Sorry. One Love. One Love. I think you've trolled me before, One Love. I came on to support my friend, who is Heidi, and I have every right to do that. If you guys don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, but here's the thing with Heidi. Heidi was triggered yesterday by something that another creator fired up a live and said, used her or talked about her, and she had every right to do that. Worst Nightmare is not Ash 274. I have no problem with Ash 274, to be honest with you.
I
I
took
don't.
the advice.
I've
I
never
took the
told you
advice. I
stop
finally took the
making
advice
accusations. Well, I
of
thought you did.
BTS.
If you haven't trolled me, then that's
I,
fine, one love.
I finally took the advice
That is not
that
true, one love.
BTS gave
Carla
me
stands
last
up for
night,
what she believes
and
in.
I'm just blocking them all personally.
One love says I don't stand up for. Do you know how much hate I've gotten for standing up what I believe in? I've gotten so
Yeah,
much hate for it. So
you
crazy
can't.
news
Yeah,
had the opposite happen. A student had a shirt on, and my husband asked him to remove it. The kid's parent called in the state advocates, and they won the hearing. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of hate for standing up for what you know,
hmm
what I thought, for standing up for, first of all, my friends, and second of all, for the whole Blondie thing. Um, and I was made to feel like I did something wrong, and I actually apologized not once but twice on two different panels, on Hello Starlight's panel, on my own panel, to someone that has disappeared from social media.
yeah,
So yes, I
Blondie.
have taken a lot of heat for things that I have said. So don't say I just go where the wind blows. I'm not going to hate on Laura because everybody else is hating on her. I'm not going to fire up for freaking live after live after live. I have watched Carla. Then in a month, you will be apologizing again because you followed the wrong people. I don't think so. I have a close circle of friends. I'm sticking up for a close friend of mine. Heidi is a close friend of mine. But whatever, I mean, you have a right to your own opinion, and
Mhm.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Hi, Kim. Sorry if I missed saying hello to you guys. We're just having a heated discussion here this morning.
How's y'all's weather been, Carla?
It rained all freaking night. It's warm as warm, but it rained all night.
Oh my gosh, we've had a beautiful, beautiful week. It's
I'm
going to be
sorry to get
beautiful again
paid.
today.
That's not my purpose. I just wanted to discuss a couple of points. Thank you for letting me speak. I don't have a side. I'm not around that much anymore. Worst nightmare. That's what I want, is for people to have like the right to speak in here, unless they're being out and out hateful. But you all have a right to your own opinion. But don't come in here and to attack me, for having an opinion. You guys all have an opinion. Just because I'm in my own platform and everybody is welcome here doesn't mean I want to be attacked, you know. And Heidi allowed everybody in her stream last night too, I noticed. And she was getting attacked. She took a lot of flack.
Well, Heidi don't really pay attention to chat either.
I know.
So,
I see that
I don't know what said
I
because,
watched
like
the
I
chat.
said,
Well,
I don't.
I believe I'm speaking to Carla. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm calling out hypocritical behavior. Okay, that's your opinion. I don't think I'm a hypocrite. I've gotten a lot of flack for things that I've said. Gone against the grain. I mean, had I probably not said anything about this Discord that I think, and 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 really, when I saw that video about what that person was calling people, I just thought it was disgusting, and that's my
And
opinion. And
about
I won't change
Jews.
that.
I mean, the
And
thing about
Jews,
Jews. Are you
yeah,
serious?
just
You know,
terrible.
my aunt,
Of
my
course, I may be
mom's,
around more in coming weeks on account of the virus crud. Yeah.
my aunt's, my mother's brother's wife is Jewish.
Uh,
And
M says our opinions might even change over time. So I think we all, including myself, needs to be a little more understanding when people's opinions change of people. And my opinions did change of people. That's true. That is true. But I have strong opinions about certain behaviors that I don't particularly like. So,
yeah,
and I never did believe that Brian's racist. Has he made some racist comments? Yeah, but I don't think in his heart of hearts he is a racist. That's just my opinion. Other people may differ from that. So, but I tried to make amends with Brian because we had a rough start, and that was like not a good thing to do either. So I'm still a little salty about Dana being called a Jew slut and no one took it seriously while Laura did. I think that's terrible. Call anybody.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Just, yeah. I think she's taken a lot of, she's given out, like do I agree with everything she says? No, but
yeah, that's me.
she's taken a lot of.
I mean, Dana, which I don't really talk to Dana in passing, I'll say hello to her in chats, but Dana's never done anything to me. That's the thing. I mean, you'll fit in a crowd where that crowd hates on other people. And as long as you hate, and as long as you're throwing out the bashing and everything,
and don't agree with it,
you're fine.
Okay. Yeah.
You're fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is that's what I call hypocritical is that you can't have an opinion if you don't like the same people. Hi, Lucky Luhu. Good morning. And I can have an opinion. And my opinion was they were using Ben to, and then going behind his back, dropping links in the Discord and talking about him behind his back. Carla, you disliked Hello Starlight and company, and then you left Patreon. You loved them. No, that's not true. It was I stuck up for Hello Starlight even when I wasn't Patreon. So that's not true. People were talking about her voice in here, and I asked them to stop bashing on her, and you can ask her that because she came in here and thanked me for that. So that's not true. You're wrong about that. I never disliked her. I don't dislike someone because of their voice or and I still don't dislike her.
It's useless. It's useless to continue explaining because at the end they're going to take it, and like I said, you watch, they're going to flop it. They're going to twist it to fit their narrative that they're feeding everybody else. That's what they're doing.
What I said was I was upset with Hello Starlight, with the whole Blondie McBlonde thing. It had nothing to do with her Discord. Did I say she was racist? No. Did I say that I didn't like that Discord? Yeah, I did. That's my opinion. But I did not hate on Hello Starlight when I was in Patreon. As a matter of fact, I got flack for it because I was allowing Ash274 and Hello Starlight to come in my chat and talk. So,
Carla,
you have to speak about what you know, not about what you don't know.
Carla, can I respond to Tiffany Marie's comment real quick?
Sure.
Tiffany Marie, I know Tawanda, yes, this goes back 3 years, and yes, I was triggered last night. But I know Tawanda, and I don't want to rehash this. We could talk over email if you like, Tiffany Marie, and I'll be glad to talk to you. But I know who she is, and it's difficult for people to understand it right now because they don't. I mean, it's just difficult to understand it. They don't understand, and they're not going to understand until I'm ready. I can't really explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. People just don't understand.
Carla, you can
a lot of things right now.
You might like someone one day and not the next day due to behavior. Happens all the time on here. It happens easily because we are not friends with them. Yeah, and the thing is, that person saying that I hated on Hello Starlight when I was in Patreon is a lie. And I'm going to call that person out because I actually stuck up for Hello Starlight in here before I left Patreon. And I actually was told in Patreon, in Discord, that why should we support your stream when you're allowing people like Ash274 and Hello Starlight in your stream? Because I did not have a problem with them. So, yeah. Go back and look at lives where I actually did stick up for her. And I
Okay,
did.
Tiffany Marie, I'll email you,
Heidi, okay, thanks for answering. Okay, Heidi, I missed the end of your live, so I didn't know you came to close on it. You are absolutely welcome to email me. It's in my about section. What is with all the blaming accounts on people around here? Call me whatever you want to call me. Doesn't make you right. Hope you have a good day, Tiffany Marie. I don't know what you're talking about blaming accounts. I just don't like a certain Discord, and that's my right.
It's okay, Tiffany Marie. I mean,
that was towards the end when you were about to leave. That's when she came into my. No, she came into my stream. She was always welcome. She said she didn't come into my stream because she didn't want to start trouble for me. But when she did come into my stream, I was still in Patreon and I wasn't planning on leaving. So you don't know everything, One Love. You think you know everything. And Ash274 was coming in my stream. We were joking around and I got flack for it. Carla, can I pop on for 5 just to say hello? Sure. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Heidi?
No, it's your panel. But I don't have a problem now.
I just feel bad for Tawanda. She's embraced by a chat that in the past had treated her badly and made fun of her over and over. Yeah, exactly. But I really don't know what's going on. I wasn't in any of the groups that they were in. I didn't know any of these cases that. Hi, O'Clancy. My loyalty is to my principles. I don't stick with people who don't share them. I screw up, and so does everybody. Apologies work if I judge them sincerely. Exactly, but certain people are not allowed to have opinions. So certain people on here are not allowed to change their mind about people. And that's just the way it goes. Hi, Jojo.
Hi.
Well, a person can only, hey, Major, a person can only, I mean, it's like with me, and I have said it repeatedly. I can no longer be that person any longer. I mean, it was affecting me. I was not sleeping good at night. I was getting 2 and 3 headaches a day, and it was my behavior of how I treated others and what I said about people, the videos I made about people. So, I took a stand on it. And, when I took that break from YouTube, that week-long break, yes, I went back and forth in my thinking. And my final decision was that Friday when I came back, my final decision was I was going to own everything I did and said, the videos I made about people, and I was going to apologize.
I'm sorry, Heidi. I can go off if you want because
no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No, you're fine, Mojo. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jojo.
No, it's okay. No, I just want to say hello, but yeah, I'm sorry that you're upset. It doesn't sound nice, does it?
No,
and
I'm getting a little flack because what I said about I told Ben.
You're still getting flack, Carla. For God's sake, you know what I mean? What?
Wendy B, is that you? Is that you, Wendy?
Hi there, baby girl.
I want to make sure it's Wendy and I don't get porned.
Come here,
pumpkin. I'm just being nosy, Joe. Why are you getting flat, Carla? Why? What's going on?
Hang on, Mama's got it.
Wendy, is that you?
Yeah, it's me, Carla. I'm not gonna porn you.
I'm just because Ben got porn, so I'm like freaked out about when someone just pops
up. I've been wanting to go live, but I don't want to go live while you're still out, so I thought I'll just come up and hang out with you guys.
Okay.
Hello, you Aussie, oi, 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 Aussie, oi, oi, oi.
G'day there, Mojo, you old geezer. What are you up to there?
How you doing, mate?
How you doing?
You can't stick Mama's earbuds in your mouth.
You old geezer, you.
Yeah, I'm an old pommy, old bag, and I. How
Yeah,
you getting
don't
on over
mind
there in
me.
Ausland?
I'm in Conjuvala shut down. I'm just alcohol fixes keeps us safe.
Oh, don't worry about that. My alcohol shop's open 24 hours a day, so.
Are you gonna be
Sorry,
playing?
Heidi. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's 3 hours, so I've been waiting till midnight. But you guys are still on, so I don't want to crack in
Hey,
on you
Jason.
guys. So
Hey,
I'll
Jason.
just hang out here and listen with you.
Just
Yeah.
look
Well,
peeky.
I mean, I just came
Just
on. I
look
just wanted
peeky.
to support my friend because I thought she was getting a raw deal last night because she had some issues, and I felt, you know what? I have nothing against anybody on here. I feel bad for Tawanda. She lost her brother in
No.
December. I don't like that. I don't like that Discord. I will admit it. I don't like that Discord.
I haven't got it. I don't do Discord. I'd probably get arrested if I had Discord. Do you know what I mean?
Discord is the devil's playground. I'll tell you right now.
Heidi, the truth says,
Well,
hey,
I've
crazy
met a
nerd
few of
friend,
them.
do you know Heidi basically called Tawanda drunk in her comments? Don't worry, I'll be addressing this.
Okay, go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
I don't know if you saw
let's everyone stop, because that's what I was going to go live tonight about is how drunk, because I've been labeled a drunk now. Drunk shaming is okay, but body shaming, God forbid, is fucking outrageous. And the false equivalency with, you know, the people that are embracing Tawanda now, a few months ago, there's the troll's name was Tawanda's abused liver. And Wendy and Diane Wendy and Diane accepted super chat and laughed about that. You know, now to me, body shaming, bullshit. I'm a fat girl. Wendy's a fat girl. Fat girls. I get called fat.
Well, I'm a skinny old cow and I don't care.
That is the least thing you could say to me to upset me. But they'll sit there and laugh as Tawanda's abused liver gives them a super chat. And yeah, that's funny as fuck. They all had a laugh about it. The chat all, you know, thought it was hilarious. To me, that is a lot more offensive than getting called fat, getting called an alcoholic and a drunk. And that happens to me all the time. And Tawanda.
Yeah, I've been called that. Don't worry about it.
Bullshit. You know? Sticks and stones.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Fat. I'm fat. Call me fat. I don't give a fuck. You know?
Yeah.
It's so much
Well,
bullshit.
I'm skinny and I've had addiction, so you know it can go that way as well. You know, I criticise myself.
How it is, Mojo. You know how it is, Governor. You don't want to be doing that, yeah?
No, exactly. But you know, I've got my problems, and I'm a skinny old fucker. And you can say whatever you want to me, anyone. Say whatever you want. I've said it to myself, and I've been called all of it. So I don't give a shit.
No. And that's the one thing that gets me upset with all that shit is, I mean, you're going to call someone fat. So who fucking cares? You know, it's nothing.
You're fucking great anyway.
Maybe it's just me. I was a fat baby. I was a fat kid. I was teased at school. I was always the fatty. I grew up knowing that people call you fat doesn't fucking matter. And I know Wendy doesn't give a fuck about that. She's a smart lady. She knows it doesn't. Doesn't bother her whatever. But the outrage her friends show, she embraces that and then uses that as an excuse to fucking destroy someone's character, which is a lot worse than getting told, well, you're fat. Well, yeah, I am. It's outrageous. It's fucking outrageous, you know? And, you know,
can I put a pun on words? It's a hippo called Chrissy.
Doesn't matter. But you can assassinate someone's character is so much worse than getting called fat. But you're using that as an excuse to be able to eviscerate someone. Like, look, as I said, I'm a big girl, always have been, bar a certain
Well,
time
that's
in my
just
life
you,
where
isn't
I
it?
made the
So
effort.
what?
No one cares. And when you said herself, it doesn't bother her if people call her fat, which I understand. Me too. I don't care. But she will use it though. And she said in my comments, I don't care about it, but my friends do. Now, if that was me, I'd be like, guys, just relax. They call me fat. I don't care about that. But she will use that to ramp up a big thing. I mean, even Uber Goober did a live about Wendy was fat shamed. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously, Wendy doesn't give a fuck about that. And I know she doesn't because she's a smart lady and I've followed her long enough. But she will use the outrage to make it okay to fucking rip Laura to fucking pieces with shit we've already heard about a year ago. Like it's a personal vendetta, and you shouldn't. It just, I mean, and I'm no Laura fan, but I walked away with that whole thing with a bad taste in my mouth. When these same guys last year were taking super chats from Tawanda's abused liver account and thinking it was hilarious. Now, to me,
I remember that.
Yes, me too.
Awful.
Me too, Carla.
Yeah.
Because
I
I have a drink on a Friday and I'm called a drunk. Now,
Yep.
to me, it's a lot worse to get called out as a drunk. That can affect your status.
Yeah, that's
and
mental health as well. It's
then
all
getting
mental
called
health as
fat
well, isn't it?
because, yes, you
Physical.
are fat. Yes, I'm fat. Yeah, good on you. And my comeback would be, well, I can have a diet. I can diet, but you're still ugly. Being called fat is nothing, but you're got. Well, I'll call you out on your character and your intellect, and that is way worse. So while you're taking your donation from Tawanda's abused liver, don't be standing there going, I got body shamed. That is such a false equivalency. It makes me really fucking sick because there's a lot more worse things you can
let
get.
me intervene a moment, please. The truth wants to come in here and call me out. She's gonna make a video later on. Okay, I made a comment to someone who commented first on my live last night. But truth, why don't you go to Diane and Wendy, how they accepted a super chat that said Tawanda's drunken liver or whatever.
Abused.
But no,
abused liver.
But know the truth. You're sitting there in their lives, ha-haing up. So you want to have a problem with my comment? Okay, the truth. Yeah, go make a video, darling. Go make a video. Show your hypocrisy.
I'm just so sick of the fucking outrage that comes with when you make friends and break friends. And this is why I'm not friends with freaking. To me, this whole thing now is like a soap opera, and you watch it. If you start emailing people, talking to people, it all falls apart in the end, And
like I was told in here earlier, like I'm a hypocrite because I accepted people and then I didn't accept people. Well, your opinions change about people sometimes depending on what their behavior is.
It does, but yeah. Do you know, at the end of the day, can I just say something now? Can I say something?
No, you go.
At the end of the day, we know who we are as people. Carla, I know you're a great person. I know the people on panel, and well, I don't know all the people in the chat, but I know that you're inherently good, and just keep hold of that. I mean, Tawanda put on a video earlier, and I left a comment under, and I put on a song for her, but I don't know how to do fucking links. Do you know how to do links? When you put a link up.
Can you just give me 1 moment? Just give me 1 moment. You just said links. Laura was yelling out before about how she could get her video to Tawanda. and if you knew how to do it, just let me know. Laura, upload the video to Google Drive into a folder, make it public, create a link, send the link to Tawanda. That's how easy it is.
Yeah,
it is not hard.
It was a lovely song. It was for her and her brother, who's Oasis instrumental "Live Forever." Yeah, and it's on a channel called Oasis F1, and it's a beautiful rendition of it. And I just wanted to cheer her up, really, just make her feel better, you know.
Oh, Mojo, you love music so much. You old geezer.
Yeah, she does.
Of course I do. It's in my heart. My brothers, my dad, they've all been in bands. I've been in a band. You know
Mojo, where's my brief?
I think that's why Mojo and Ben get along so well, because they both loved music.
Yeah, me and Ben are like brother and sister. You know, we fight. Carla knows that.
Yeah, and I have been okay with people. I've allowed them in here, even though I got some flack because someone said you had a problem with Hello Starlight. You didn't allow her in your chat before you left Patreon. That's not true. I allowed everybody.
You're allowed to do what you want. Yeah, you have got a lot of flack, Carla. I mean, I know I've fallen out with you, haven't I? You know, I admit that. But we're okay.
Yeah,
we're all right.
Okay, all right. I just want to read M's comment. She says, Wendy V, I have friends on here that I've been very close with for a year and hardly anyone even knows. Sometimes you can build real friendships on here that last. Don't lose faith.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that, right? Because I was big on another social media platform before here, I learned straight away that you can, I don't know, making friends has never been sort of a thing for me here, and I know that is for a lot of people.
Yes,
so I don't hold that against them. But you've got to.
I'm British.
You've got to understand that the friends you think you're making, a lot of it, say 75% of the people that you think you're making friends with, they just want to fuck with you. All right. And I know that sounds harsh, but honestly, it is like that. It seriously is. And that's why I'm like, I try to be Switzerland. I don't talk to anyone behind the scenes. That gets me in trouble. If I've got shit to say, I'll put it in the comment section. I don't email people. Even me and Blue, we've never spoken outside our live streams. I just don't do that because that's just not my thing. But a lot of you ladies are all in it behind the scenes, and that's why I think I can sit back and watch it all, because I'm not emotionally involved with any of these storylines. It's like a big soap opera, and this channel's that storyline, and sometimes the storylines cross. You know, Carla, the only time I've only ever had a thing to say is when I stood up for you when after you left Patreon, and I did that, and that's the only time I've ever really had to say about anything. And that's just the way it is. Some people are so involved with it, it's they can't let it go.
Well, like the thing with Heidi and Tawanda is something that I know nothing about. It was from Facebook from years ago, so I have no idea what this is all about.
Okay, but fair enough. But is it any different to Wendy and Diane rehashing Laura's Patreon shit from last year in June, and then again? Seriously, I can go back and count at least 5 times they've rehashed that, and that's why I turned it off that night. As soon as they started back up with Laura's the Patreon stuff, I'm like, are you joking again? After they give Molly Golightly 2 minutes of well, Molly said she was sorry and she won't do it again. Never mind.
I thought that was
They
very
have-
hypocritical.
They have raked people over the coals for doxing in the past, but they left her alone, and then they went full on into Laura. And you guys know I'm no fan of Laura. I am fucking in no way a Laura fan. But you know what? At the end of it all, I walked away and I found myself feeling bad for Laura. And I'm thinking to myself, how can this happen? Like, because
no, it does. Can I say something? Like, I've been back and forth with
Wendy
Laura.
sounded so excited and so fucking happy to be ripping her apart. That's the difference between
about it.
just putting the facts out there, and this is it. It was
Carla,
a
do you like my
personal
lighter?
thing, and I just found it distasteful, and I didn't like it. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway.
Yeah, and I think they give Molly a pass, and they don't, and what happened with Laura was, a year ago. What happened with Molly was days ago, but that's okay. So,
and I've heard from Red Lotus and many other people that she included in that big docs, and they're like, well, the information wasn't true, and no one contacted me first, and it was just thrown out there, and then Laura became a scanner. I mean, I have no time for Laura, but I'll tell you now,
my lighter's going to get the blame for everything.
To just throw that out
Carla.
there.
Yes.
And
Carla.
Yes.
I don't know.
My lighter's going to get the blame for everything.
Yeah.
Can you see my lighter? Can you see my lighter? It's going to get the blame for everything.
Okay.
I'll blame it on my lighter.
Okay.
Mojo, what are you going on about, Chief?
She tries to make everything like. No, but I mean, we all have our opinions about certain things. You have your opinions, Wendy. I have my opinions, and they could change from today to tomorrow. Same with Heidi. She has a platform. She went on her platform. But these
can you just stop? Can you stop? Worst nightmare. I take it you hadn't been hearing what Laura was saying about Wendy that morning, like she was calling her fat and shit, and the chat were doing it too. Or maybe that's kind of foul name calling that doesn't bother you. Well, number one, the fat shaming thing wouldn't bother me at all. I would laugh at that, as I do think Wendy does, because she's a smart lady. She's doesn't matter. Truth Seeker Knows had gone live once, gone live twice. It's almost like Stewie set the trap. They know they can push Laura to the point where she's going to pop, and it's like they were waiting. Waiting. Wendy had all that shit ready to go, right?
Yep.
Even shit that we've already heard added to dox people that weren't even doxed. It was a personal vendetta, okay? And that's cool. You do that. That's whatever. But for people like me, I don't have a problem with Wendy and Diana at all, at all. I didn't want to hear it. And then when they brought Tawanda up, it was not so much. I got the feeling Diane sort of knew that this was not the place to do it, but Wendy, she was like salivating at this shit. It was all because she got body shamed. She got called fat, and they're destroying a woman's fucking character and destroying everything, But these are the same people that in September were getting $20 PayPals, super chats from Tawanda's abusive liver. And they thought it was funny and they laughed about it. And if you want the timestamp and the date, I'll tell you. It's like, what's good for me isn't for you. And they've got the big platform so everyone hears about it from there.
Yes.
And that really bothers me. It does. And I like those guys. I don't want to be mad with them, but what happened there was just no one wanted to hear that. No one wanted to hear the band breaking up like that. You had Tracy, Tawanda, Laura, people that we've all heard, and it broke up really nastily. And it's just I found it distasteful. Wendy basking in it the way she did. She loved it. She just loved it so much, and that's an unhealthy hatred, and that will never do you any good, regardless whether people call you fat or not. It doesn't equal that. And I came out feeling bad for Laura, and I never thought that would happen because I don't like Laura. But after all that, I came out feeling bad for her.
People were calling me Chucky's mom, okay? But one person called me, said I fidget in my chair like a mentally ill patient. Well, that bothered me. You know why? Because I'm bipolar. I take medication. That bothered me more than being told that I look like Chucky, that I look like this or that, because that's my looks. That's okay. I'm here every day. You see me. But saying I was fidgeting in my chair like a mentally ill patient bothered me more than anything else.
I'm going to say
you made me laugh.
But I do fidget in my chair.
Look, everyone, Carla wiggles in her chair because she has
really mean. Like
Carla wiggles in her chair.
Can I say something? Sorry, Carla, it's your channel. Listen, any shaming, any put down, any put down is fucking wrong. Any put down. You should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. We should be supporting each other, especially in these times, in modern times that we're going through. No shaming is right. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Support each other. Sorry, Carla. You know what I'm like.
Enough. All I'm saying is, if you're going to support a troll donating $20 to your channel called Tawanda's Abused Liver, you cannot be so outraged when someone says something to you. And that's all I'm saying. It's fucking bullshit. It's disgusting.
Tawanda, after everything Tawanda has gone through. Look, I'm not
worst nightmare, I agree with you. Totally agree with you on that. Worst nightmare. I'm just reading worst nightmare's comment. I agree.
Laura does is right. I don't think everything she does is right. Like, you know, I'm not her biggest fan.
It's not at all. None of them. Nobody in this fucking community does anything 100%.
Shit because it does my nut in. I'm going to put more music on. It wrecks from my mind a little bit. I don't like it. I don't like the bashing going on. It's not right. It's not right.
Puss in Boots. Everybody is going through something in real life. Just look. I mean, look, the coronavirus, you know, people are having trouble getting supplies. There are people out there that is having to go without food. So everybody is going through something.
Stop yelling.
Yeah, stop yelling.
Stop yelling, Heidi.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Tawanda was hurt.
I'm glad because my son's gone out now. He's telling me off now. He's taking the dog out.
Missing the whole point of that too. No.
I understand what worst nightmares just said. Yeah, I totally get that.
Tawanda went on Diane's, but she knows that Diane and Wendy accepted a super chat from a troll that was named Tawanda's diseased liver or whatever. And there was another one.
Tawanda's abused liver.
Abused liver, yeah.
And I even listened on to hopefully they're going to say, well, thanks for the $20, we're going to block you. They didn't even do that. They just laughed about it. And Wendy said it was hilarious. So, and mind you, that was 6 months ago. But still, how can you have outrage for being body shamed when you're laughing and accusing someone of being an alcoholic, which I'm getting now because on Friday nights I love a drink, so obviously I'm an alcoholic.
I get it. I get it all the time, Wendy. Don't worry about that. I get it all the time.
It's no one cares. No one cares about anything until Wendy is called fat, and then Randy, Diane, even Uber Goober come out and did a live about it. Big fucking deal. No one fucking cares. And it's such, and then that sort of gives her license then to, well, I can do this. It's fucking absolutely outrageous. And I love all those ladies. I like all of them. But you're making yourself look ridiculous with this Oh, Wendy got body shamed. Well, you thought it was hilarious to call Tawanda a drunk a few months ago. What's the difference? Are we supposed to forget about that?
Well, there's
They're in their own bubble.
not at all, not at all.
They're in their own bubble
I
with
didn't
their
know
big
that.
platform.
I've not heard of this Tawanda liver troll. That's awful.
Oh yeah,
Bloody
well,
awful.
okay.
Yeah.
It's the slow
Super
burn Mandy Bell live from September 14th last year, about 1:45 mark. And I even went and listened to in the hope that they would say, well, that's disgusting. We'll take you $20, but you're blocked now. And they didn't. They just laughed about it and thanked the troll for the $20. They have found nothing. They laughed about it. And that to me is disgusting. Way more disgusting than if that troll had maybe called Wendy's fat thighs. They would have been outraged about it. You know?
See, yeah, I didn't know all this. That's awful.
Wendy's fat thighs and let it go. And that $20 sits there the whole time. And the whole chat's like laughing. Tawanda's liver. Oh, thank you so much. Disgusting. So don't cry to me about getting called fat when you are fat, like me. I'm fat. Someone calls you fat, you're fat. Okay? Yeah, you are. That's just as it is.
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah.
And I know Wendy's like that. She doesn't give a fuck, but she lets her friends outrage about it. Well, she doesn't care.
Really?
She's like me. I don't care. And then makes a big deal about it. And I just found that whole thing disgusting and a little disappointed in the whole thing.
How can someone enjoy their day if they're like being a troll account saying about someone's like liver? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but because they donated $20, they just like had a laugh about it. Go look it up.
I can understand what you're saying now. Yeah, that's
Go
bad.
watch it.
That's very hypocritical. That's
very
hypocritical.
Carla. Yes.
I tell you what, I'd rather be called fat than an alcoholic or a drunk and have a troll have my abused liver in the fucking super chat. That's nothing compared to being called fat, especially when you are fat. It's like, are you fat? Yeah, I am fat.
It's almost like they got a pass, isn't it? Like, by donating money, they've got a pass, but that's not the point. You shouldn't have a pass for that. That's wrong.
Yeah, I see why it's nightmares like, well, Laura has allowed many vile trolls stay in her chat, so many others. Yeah, well, so is Wendy Diane. That's what I'm saying. They seem to get absolved from any wrongdoing, but they're not. They do shit too, and that's all I'm saying. And I'm not fucking saying I hate them or anything. I'm just saying I'm aware of it, and anyone that's aware of the whole situation, it happens everywhere. So it's like, it's so much shit goes on, and one thing gets called out. It's like, come on.
It's so obvious that they are hell-bent on driving Laura. I mean, they are hell-bent on driving Laura on social media. Does Laura say some crazy things sometimes? Yeah, she does. But, they really have a vendetta for her. They really do. And it's so obvious.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But see,
can I just read M's comment? There's got to be some common ground. I totally agree with you, but I just don't think it will ever stop M's. I think it will just, there's always a new topic every week, isn't there?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, don't be outraged when someone calls you fat when you're laughing at someone that's getting called a drunk. You cross yourself out. You can't have that high ground when you're
been called a crackhead, everything on here.
Me too. I got a drink on a Friday night. I'm a fucking drunk.
Because the same
whatever, I don't care.
That thought it was great that troll account gave a super chat are now embracing Tawanda. So that's what I call hypocritical.
Exactly. And Tawanda, I could go back. I swear to God, I could go back. If anyone can. Tawanda was made fun of in Diane and Wendy's chat for a long time because she was Laura's ride and die, And I mean, and that's just what happens. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but then with the switch of a minute, Tawanda's got some tea to spill, and it's like, come Tawanda, come. And everyone in the chat's like, we love Tawanda. That people not so long ago were calling Tawanda a lot of things, and that's what disgusts me. That is disgusting to me.
But Wendy, I mean, and I said it earlier, you know, Laura has this whole issue with Laura and the old expatriates has been going on for a year. So now Laura, she's dealing with that. Now you have the new expatriates. They're running to the old expatriates and they're, you know, ha-haing up in their chats. So Laura's like getting a double whammy. But here's the thing. Okay, all of the old expatriates were talking shit about the new expatriates. And vice versa. The new expatriates was talking shit about the old expatriates. But now they're all huddled together because you're right. It's about spilling. And I'm sorry if I sound like I have my earbuds in, y'all, so I can't really tell if I'm like.
Look, I can tell you this. I was there for the old Patreon thing. I've clipped it. It could be on
Carla, I'm gonna get off,
private.
darling.
It was all the ex-Patreons had a talk, and they made it quite clear. Mandolin, all of those guys that made it quite clear that Laura did not make them do anything. They did it all off their own back. It was more the atmosphere, whatever. I mean, we're talking. Well, that's a year ago now.
Yep.
That Patreon experience is nothing like Tawanda, Tracy, all these guys that have left now. It's been a year. There's been no talk of doxing or bad shit. Laura, as much as I'm not a fan of Laura, it's obvious to me, Laura learned her lesson from that. She learned her lesson from that first Patreon experience. She did.
Yes.
Not that any of that shit that went on, it didn't go on in Patreon. It was in Facebook, unlike Molly, where she's dropping shit in her Patreon. So, and that was a year ago. Nothing has happened. So then for Wendy to come out and go, Laura's still doxing people up until now, that is just absolutely a ridiculous thing to say because it's not true. That's just from being in the community. That is simply not true because she cleared her Discord, and she cleared her Discord because she had a mole, and everyone knows what a problem a mole is. Ask everyone from RDA, Carla, you guys, you know what a mole can cause.
Yeah.
She closed her Discord down because there was a mole in there. She hasn't doxed or nothing has happened in the last year. She learned her lesson. And that's why it was even sadder that these guys raked it over the coals again for the 5th time. Like, just because she called Wendy fat. And I just don't get it. I don't know what satisfied. And Wendy was gleeful. It's like a hatred, an unhealthy hatred. It's like Savage and MFW. It's an unhealthy hatred that you can just be so happy to see someone else get torn apart. And even the people I don't like, I don't want to see him get torn apart like that. It's ridiculous. And Wendy's always the first one to go, well, we throw tomatoes at one another. We just throw tomatoes. And no, as vitriol. It was so she just loved it too much for my liking. And they sucked Tawanda in there. And I know it's Tawanda's choice to go up there, but I guarantee 100% Tawanda regrets doing that. And that chat month before had been giving Tawanda, making fun of Tawanda for months. But now they're like, oh, Tawanda, that shit makes me sick, you know? I'm sure if Tawanda's abused liver had done a $20 super chat while Tawanda was on stream, they would have been like, oh, block it. Oh, get rid of that. But they didn't do it months before. They were happy to take Tawanda's abused liver money.
I remember
and that makes me sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone quiet. Are we worried Diane's gonna fire up alive?
Oh,
no, because I'm over it. And that is the advantage those guys have, is they can fire up alive. They have 700 people in their chat talking about whatever they want. And the rest of us, we don't have that advantage. Even we know more what's going on than what they do. So, you know.
And they have, and I don't care what you say, they are biased. Because when I was up there with Blondie McBlonde, they were biased in her favor. I don't care what you say. They make up their minds and they are biased. And I'm not changing
well, Carla, Carla, if you think back on it, they slowly stopped, except for, a couple, but they slowly stopped coming into your chat as much as they had. You know what I'm saying?
Who are you talking about?
When all this Blondie stuff was going on.
Oh yeah. There was like a lot. I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying, I'm talking about Diane and Wendy now. I think they're biased in favor of certain people. And if you, I know that Blondie McBlonde was really dead set against Laura, and they love anybody. And that's the truth. And I'm not Laura's biggest fan. Get me straight here. But anybody that's against Laura they are more than willing to have them on their panel and let them speak. And that's hypocritical. I have never seen them stick up for her ever.
Look, at the end of the day, all I've got to say is, if you're going to accept super chats from Tawanda's abused liver and laugh about it, and I sat and listened in the hope that they would go, well, thanks for the $20, but you're blocked now. They didn't do that. They just laughed about it. Thought it was
worst nightmare. The chat was kind to Tawanda. Of course the chat was kind to Tawanda, but weeks ago the chat wasn't kind to Tawanda.
Weeks before, that chat used to rip Tawanda apart every fucking day. And now they're like, oh, Tawanda. And it's only because of the friendship with Laura. Now, Tawanda hasn't changed. They were calling her a drunk fucking last year. Now, Tawanda's good because she's not with Laura anymore. That's the shit that makes me sick.
The truth's still in here. And it's the same thing with the truth. They were ripping her. The chat was ripping her to shreds, too. Serendipity, but, now they're in that chat and it's like, okay, so I don't get it.
The truth said, Heidi, you called Tawanda drunk. Is that because of your new friendship with Laura?
Oh God, the truth. You need.
Oh, come on, the truth.
Do you need eyeglasses? Because you showed me where I said Tawanda is a drunk. I mean, this lady is unreal.
I'll tell you now.
This lady is all the time attacking me. The truth. You are one bitter woman. You have some serious issues going on with. I don't know. I mean, you are just bitter. You are nasty.
I don't know. See, I like the truth. I like the truth. She's always been front up. She's always. I do like Tracy. So
okay, semantics. The truth. Please show me. Screenshot it, but show me where I said Tawanda is a drunk. No,
that has been said by many people.
You're not going to come in here and say that I said something when I didn't. But that's what you always do, the truth. Get some eyeglasses. Do you need some eyeglasses?
Let's give the truth a link and let's talk about it. Let's sort it out.
Listen to myself, Heidi. Yeah, listen to myself. Of course, because the truth, you're putting words into my mouth that I did not say. I did not
the truth
call
up
her
here.
a drunk.
Give the truth a link, Carla.
Heidi, do you
Otherwise,
wanna
I'll
talk?
go live. I'll do it.
I mean, I don't care, panel. I mean, panel. I don't care, Carla. It's your panel.
Well, no, it's up to you. Do you want to talk?
No,
I mean,
no,
that's
it's not
fine.
up to her. You
That's
calling the
fine.
truth
I mean,
out,
it's your
calling the truth
panel.
out.
Actually,
It's your
you have
panel. That's fine.
when you have something to say to someone, I guess they have a right to talk.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, that's right. Let's
You
sort it
can
out.
defend yourself, yeah.
We're going to try and sort this shit out because everyone hates
Because we don't want
everybody
this
at the
going on
moment,
for another
and
14
it's not doing
years.
anyone any fucking favors, you know.
No.
Anybody can go back to my last live, and I think it was Anita Backrub. I think it was her comment that I comment under, and y'all can go look at it. I mean, I never said Tawanda is a drunk. Like, the truth is trying to come in here and spin it. But you go ahead, the truth. But yeah, Carly, she wants on panel. She come on panel.
Well, I put out the link, so I don't know if she's taking it or not. The truth, are you still in here?
You know, she may
I don't
be.
think Heidi wants to have issues with her for the next 10 years.
No, and the truth has been very, very, very nasty. Yes, I have been nasty towards the truth before also, but the truth is just on and on and on now. Look,
Hi,
lady,
Tracy.
I don't want to be your 10 or 13 year obsession, okay?
Okay, Tracy. Tracy's here. Can you hear her?
Good. No, I can't hear her.
Tracy, are you here?
Okay, first, yeah, it's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
mute.
broken up. My audio always messes up.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
she's here.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello?
I can hear her. Can she hear me? Can
you
everybody
hear
hear?
Can you hear Heidi? I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can.
I can hear her.
Can Wendy
Can she
B?
not hear me?
We can all hear you.
I hear you guys. I don't know if you hear me.
Okay, we can hear you.
Okay. Shake your head yes, Carla. Okay. Thank you. Because it's broken up. First of all, Heidi, you got some nerve call when every live stream you do is bitter. Okay? You got some nerve. So you need to back off right there. You go on your panel, you talk how you want. I'll go on my panel and I'll talk how I. But in those comments,
Can she hear me?
Backrub says, is Tawanda drunk again? And you say, yeah, I was wondering that myself.
Okay, but that's not me saying Tawanda is a drug. Like you coming here to make it.
Oh, but you're sitting up here
seem
commenting.
Yeah, that
on
kind of
Tawanda.
is
The
drunk
truth.
shaming.
But you're sitting up here commenting on how Tawanda's been called a drunk around here. And you made that comment?
I don't agree with the troll account. No, the truth. No.
But you know
But you
Tawanda's
come in
been
here.
called a
This
drunk.
is what you do, though. This is what you do. And you have done it for so long, the truth. You take everything that people say that they didn't say, and then you go fire up a live and you run with it. That is what you do. Okay?
That's what
I
do.
don't agree with
Yeah.
that. Just for the
on a
record.
panel. You get on a panel last night and you accused Tawanda of being a doxer without an
Yeah.
ounce of proof.
It was-
timing. Perfect timing.
Laura had nothing to do with this. Laura had nothing to do with this.
Bullshit.
Don't. Okay.
Bullshit.
The truth, you can believe what you want to believe because you're going to be a huge fool because Laura had nothing to do with this. Nothing.
Let me tell you something. I was in those groups, okay? You better forward.
You were not in those groups. You were not in those groups, Tracy. Are you going to sit here and lie? You were not in the groups. You were not in the Facebook group messages. No, you
Don't
was
tell
not.
me where I was.
You wasn't. You wasn't. You wasn't
Don't tell
in
me
the
where I
Facebook
was.
group messages towards the end of the Jessica Chambers days and the beginning of the Misty Beaver case days. No, you wasn't. You're going to sit up here and lie.
Yes,
The group
I
you're
was.
talking about, You was not in the Facebook group messages, Tracy. No, you was not.
Tracy.
What? I hear you, Carla.
Last night, I think what Heidi was upset about was Amanda Lynn's bringing it up. I think that's what triggered her. I'm not sure because I was asleep. So because I go to sleep at night, but she can.
Can I respond to mind your business? Who was Heidi? Where did she come from? Mind your business. I have been in this community for a long time. Back to the Chris Watts days. I watched for a very long time before I created an account to chat with, because you know you have to create an account to chat. So yeah.
Heidi, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
If your beef is with whatever Amanda Lynn said, and I have no idea what she said, because unlike you sitting up here saying that we all ran to the other ex-patrons, that's a lie. But if whatever Amanda Lynn said triggered you, why didn't you take it out with Amanda Lynn? If you've had this problem with Tawanda allegedly doxing you years ago, why are you bringing it out now?
I didn't just bring it out now. I didn't. I discussed it in Amanda Lynn's one of her lives a few months ago. This was when all the stuff was going on back in the day when I think the night I brought it out was when Tawanda went on Pink's panel and all that shit broke loose, and I think that was the night because Amanda Lynn was live, and yeah, so no, the truth, you're wrong again.
I'm wrong again?
Yes, you are, because last night was not the first night I brought it out.
So you want to sit up here and say I'm wrong again, and
yeah, because
sit here and say that people associate with racists when you have somebody on your live stream saying the word faggot.
Oh my God! I knew this was gonna.
Is gay.
I knew this was gonna come up. I knew this was gonna come up.
Of course,
okay,
it's gonna come
okay.
up.
The truth.
You're not above
yeah,
social
yeah.
standards.
My son, who is a gamer, said the word in the background. I didn't even catch it. You know, when you made a comment on my live that night, I thought you were talking about my oldest daughter who had came out to the smoke room. So I thought I didn't even know my son had said it. And when I was laughing, it was because my future daughter-in-law was on panel, so we was laughing at something previously because I didn't even know he said it. So you come into my comments the night I had that one live, and my oldest daughter came in the smoke room where we smoke at and everything, and so I thought you were talking about that. So I was like, what the hell is she talking about? And then
it was actually your one live where you weren't bitter.
And then I didn't realize it was the live until I started reading the comments on Amanda Lynn's live, and somebody in Amanda Lynn's live chat that night asked me something about the gay community. And I'm like, what the fuck? What? Because I didn't know. I had no idea that my son, who is an adult, had said that. But come to find out, I'm not a gamer. But come to find out, a lot of the younger generation use that word. And from my understanding, it's not what is made out to be. So, I can't help that I didn't catch it, but you wanted to come at me with the truth, and that's something that you're always going to come at me with, which, okay, so be it. But no, I did not catch it. I didn't know what they were talking about.
You're digging up shit from 3 years ago, and you got a problem of me saying something like the day after it was said?
See, the truth, I'm not having a problem with you saying it the day after. I'm just trying to explain to you what happened. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about. I thought you were talking about my daughter that came into the room and she was heard in the background. I thought you were talking about her, and I was like, she didn't say that. I had the screenshots. I screenshot it because I thought that's what you were talking about that night when I was live. I did not know, like I said, I had no idea that you were talking about the live where my son was in the background. And granted, no, let me get this correct, y'all. We do not live in the same house. We don't even live in the same state. So I had no idea.
Well, I'm going to put it this way because my audio sucks. It always does when I try to go into somebody else's studio. Everything Heidi is saying is chopped up right now. But I don't think being a gamer gives you the right to say that. And then for you to come at me saying, you come at my kid, bitch. I didn't come at your kid. I didn't even
You did.
I didn't even say
yes, you
who
did.
said it because I had no idea who said
Well,
it.
how do you think? Come on, the truth. I knew what you were talking about. It was my kid. When I finally figured out, okay, like I said, I didn't know what the hell you're talking about. When I finally figured out, oh my God, they're talking about that freaking live that my future daughter-in-law was on panel and my son in the background.
Just like you defend your friend Trisha, I'm going to defend mine. Stay out of our business and Laura's Patreon in our relationship. It's not.
I'm not in Laura's Patreon.
Business.
I'm not in Laura's Patreon. You are the truth. You are so far off. It is hilarious. The truth. You believe what you want to believe.
Laura had nothing to do with what her live was about last night.
Jesus.
I'm not sure. I woke up out of a dead sleep, so I think it had more to do with what Amanda said
on our relationship with Laura. Because you don't know anything about it, Heidi. You short weeks ago, you hated Laura. And you changed your mind and decided you all of a sudden like Laura. That's cool.
Well, the truth is because I see y'all. Yes, I see y'all ha-ha'ing up with the old ex-Patreons. So, yes, I can have an opinion, the truth. What's the matter with me having an opinion? You can have an opinion, but you don't want me to have an opinion? Really?
Be fair, Tracy. Don't you bring up.
It's all broken up.
Oh, can you hear me?
Just like
I can hear you fine.
Going on Diane's. It's my audio. It's not yours. Okay. Just like Tawanda going on Diane's panel. It wouldn't have mattered where Tawanda went, okay? It would have been a problem for people. That's just a fact. But it's between Tawanda and Laura. And it's very convenient that you fire up a live on the very night that Laura's at Tawanda.
Oh my God. This is hilarious. I am going to laugh, the truth.
Don't laugh at me, bitch.
Don't call me a bitch, you old bitter fucking bitch.
Wow. Come on, guys.
No, that bitch ain't gonna call me a bitch and me sit back and not say anything. This bitch has all of her facts wrong. Every single one of them.
Truth.
You're not going to sit up here and laugh at me, Heidi. It's not going to happen.
Nasty fucking hag. Nasty fucking hag is what you are.
I can't hear a word Heidi says. Carla, thank you for allowing me to come on your panel.
All right.
Watch the replay, bitch. And then you'll hear it.
Okay.
Leave Tawanda alone, Heidi.
She is ridiculous, Carla. This lady.
I understand, Heidi.
Oh my God. These.
I don't really know what's going on with you and Tawanda, but I think you guys.
I guess they think me and Laura are working together.
No, I know.
These people are so fucking clueless. So fucking clueless.
I'm just. I don't know what's going on with you and Tawanda, but I think you have a right to sort your thing out with Tawanda, not with the truth. Really,
I didn't start this last night. I did not start this at all last night.
Oh, I just don't know. I really don't understand what's going on with the whole thing, but I don't think I know Laura had nothing to do with it. So
no.
I don't know why she was being brought into it.
I Yeah, I don't even know why.
I really don't understand why she was brought into it. I know for a fact that this had nothing to do with Laura. What it had to do with was, I think, something that Amanda Lynn brought up, and don't ask me what it was, but she inserted herself in something, and Heidi got triggered and went on her panel. And
Dick Holden, how about you go eat 12 bars of soap?
Where is that person? Get rid of them.
No, you don't have. No, you don't. You don't have to get rid of them. No, you don't have to get rid of them.
Mind your business. Stop. Do not be putting my panel guests down, please, people. We are lucky to have a roof over our heads and Wi-Fi. Let's
mind your business. Mind your business. You need to take advice from your YouTube name and mind your fucking business.
Leave the soap on the shelves. We're already struggling to find it. Oh, Heidi. So are you going to talk to Tawanda and resolve your issues, or are you looking for what your proof? I don't know what's going on with all that. I really don't understand what this Facebook group was all about, Heidi. So I wasn't aware.
The peace picture from earlier this week, Dick Holden. Yes, I am all about peace. Yes, I am. But you know what, Dick Holden, I have a right to respond. And yes, I was triggered last night because this is more digs thrown at me after me wanting peace. I know what they're doing. And I'm not going to sit back and just allow someone to drag me over my decisions.
Different people have different opinions on different people, Tiffany Marie. What you know, what
Dick Holden, well, you know what? Log the fuck off then. If you don't want to hear it, leave.
That's a stupid name anyways.
Yeah, it is. It's a fucking troll is what it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
God forbid I stand up for myself. Yes, I get frustrated. I sure the hell do, just like anybody else would.
Who are you talking about being a hag, Pixie?
Oh, she's calling me one.
Are you calling Heidi a hag?
Go fuck yourself, Pixie.
That's wrong. Do not disrespect my guest. Please stop disrespecting Heidi. Heidi calls Tracy a hag. And
yep,
Tracy
I did.
Right back.
I sure did.
Tracy was calling her a fucking bitch. Like, it was the same.
Yeah.
Thing. They were both calling each other names. They were both triggered.
I did not name call her till she name called me first. And I'm not going to sit back and take that shit. If you people think that you're going to drag me and me sit back and take it, no, not going to happen.
Well, Tracy's called me names, so.
Yeah.
So if you're going to accept the behavior from one person, she was calling Heidi names too. So if you're going to accept the behavior from one person, accept them from both of them. I'm just saying. Amanda Lynn is in here. Nana Boo Boo. Grow up, Amanda.
Yeah. She's making jabs at me.
Yeah, started all this shit.
Yeah.
And hides. Yeah.
Does it make you feel better, Amanda Lynn? Does it make you feel better?
why did you even start this? I mean, why? If you know it's triggering someone, why do you start this shit? Like, with what's going on in the world, what was the freaking point of it all? And then to go on panel after panel, I don't know. That's a lie, Carla. I never called you out of your name. Prove I ever did. Well, you sit for days calling me I did. And did I not apologize for that truth? Yes, I did. I apologized. I was fucking wrong. I think it was on someone's panel, but I can't remember whose. I think you told me to shut my fucking mouth. Fucking bitch. And that's fine. Like, I called you names, so you had every right to call me a name. And I can live with that. But I also did apologize for the name calling I did. And I don't like that about myself. I seriously don't. So if you didn't get my apology, I did apology. Right. Well, I think you did call me a fucking bitch and told me to shut the fuck up.
Well, when I went into Makeup Monsters Live the other night, I mean, the truth is up on panel and she starts cussing me right then and there. So I'm like, what the hell?
Right. I think
this is what she does. And then she expects people just to sit back and take it. No.
And I think everything can be worked out, and like possibly like without like all this hatred. Like it really it's been making me sad. And I know people don't believe that about me, but it does. I mean, with everything that's going on in the world right now, I think YouTube is just got so hateful.
And just think if people if this goes on for months, how it's going to be. Oh my gosh, we will be stir crazy if this continues to go on for months with having to be stuck, in your own home.
Puss in Boots says you think she is just going to sit back and take your shit. I'm just
Puss in Boots. I did not name call her first. She came at me with the name calling first. And I haven't said anything about the truth in a while. But by God, she is sure doing it to me.
Right. I just like, look, I don't want to see you guys go on a 10-year
oh hell no. Hell no.
I just want to see some positivity, and
this will not go on for no 10 years. Oh hell no.
I mean, everybody was happy when Trisha got run off YouTube, and everybody was happy when Mandy Bell got run off YouTube. I mean, nobody wants to see anybody run off.
Who else are they trying to run off YouTube? Let's see, Laura, and evidently me. Who else is it going to be?
I don't know. Hasn't worked with me. And I did. It
won't work with me either. And it's Shirley. And Laura surely isn't going to be run off.
And I was wrong to call the truth, like all those names I called her. And I did the same thing to Mandy Bell. I called her a bunch of names, and I apologize for that because it's not right.
It's the adult thing to do. I mean,
I can apologize for my poor behavior and own what I said and move on from that. I mean, if someone wants to accept my apology, they can or they can't. It's up to them. And I know you're the same as me, Heidi. You don't want to carry on a hateful relationship with anybody.
No.
You want to be able to go where you go. I'm sorry, Carla, for everything I've said to you. Sometimes are scary, and if you needed help, I'd be there for you to help you. We all need to think this way. And that's what I want to think. I don't want to be like hating on Laura. I don't want to be hating on Molly Golightly. I don't want to be hating on Hello Starlight. I don't want to be hating on Ash274. I don't want to be hating on Makeup Mobster. I don't want to be hating on Trisha Not Trish. I don't want to be hating on anybody. I'm 180. I don't want to be hating on anybody.
Hate is not good. It's not good at all.
Unhealthy. I want to be able to, go where I go, do what I want, talk to
Puss
who I
in
want.
Boots, I'm not trying to act innocent.
Space Cadet says, Heidi, if you want peace, you have a funny way of showing it. Attacking Tawanda was not peaceful.
See, okay, it's going to be blamed on me, and that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you can. I mean, that's another troll count. I'm sure I know where it's coming from. But, anyways, that's fine, Space Cadet. Blame me because I am y'all's new person to blame for what, the next year? Like y'all do Laura?
Heidi, can you see me? I think you and Carla missed my comments. I'd like a link, please. Let me know. Last ditch effort before I go. Well, I was going to close this off. Do you want to talk to her?
I mean, you can let her on panel. I mean, I don't care, Carla.
It's up to you, Heidi. I mean,
no. I'm fine.
This is not my issue.
It's your panel. It's your panel.
I know, but Heidi, I'm asking you as my panel guest if you want to talk to her.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm going to mute myself and you guys can talk and say what you want.
Okay.
I don't want anybody being put down. I don't want anybody, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want any fights.
All right.
I'm going to mute.
Okay. Is she on panel? There she is.
Hey guys.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right, Carla, can you hear me? Nod your head. Okay, good. So, listen, all right. So I'm just coming up here to try to maybe just give my opinion and my thoughts, and it's not to veer you off into a different direction or to try to change your mind or to insert myself. I'm just speaking as a outsider.
Okay.
So you and I have had many issues in the past,
Yeah.
and you apologize to me, I apologize to you, and I'm giving you the chance to let's start over, right? And
Right.
you do the same with me. So that's why I feel comfortable to come and talk to you. If we were still fighting, obviously I wouldn't come up here.
Right.
And Carla, I would never disrespect your channel. I'm not coming up here to fight. That's not what I'm here for.
Yeah, I know you're not coming up here to fight, Tiffany. I know that.
No. I'm looking at this from the perspective that, I've been in the community for over, I'd say it's almost 2 years. And Tawanda, and this is just my opinion. It's not for like a response or anything. I just want to lay it all out from my point of view. So Tawanda and Tracy are people that I have a lot of respect for. I've watched as, they've helped so many of their friends. They're good friends. They stand by their friends. They're there when they need, when their friends need somebody, even when someone they don't know needs an ear. They're welcoming to them. They're kind to them. And, Tracy's been through a lot. Tawanda has been through so much. And so then, on top of dealing with all of the issues that they already are dealing with, it's like a new thing comes up. And then you've got no hostility between other people that, weren't already an issue for them. So then they're piled on top of all this. So I want to know from your perspective, and I'm not trying to at all diminish that you're going through things as well, but I want to know, do you think that it's possible for some kind of meet in the middle or an agreement where, you and you and Tracy might never get along and you might never see eye to eye, but to attack each other from each standpoint isn't really conducive, because, you know, Tracy was very close with Laura for a long time. And this is something that she's got to work through now with the loss of a friendship, coming to the realization that, you know, a lot of things are changing. Tawanda's going through so many life changes and an incredible loss that's rocking her world. I can hear it in her voice when she's shaking and she's trying to get her point across. And it's very hard when you're on a panel and you've got all kind, whether they're comments of support or comments that disagreeing with you. You're looking at all those comments and you're seeing hate and you're seeing love and you're trying to explain yourself, but then you kind of like lose track of the original point. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Could be on a live stream wanting to talk about one thing and it turns into an entirely different thing.
Yes, and that's the same thing that's been happening to me, you know, because they come in and they say things, and when I see it, you know, it creates a reaction from me.
Tiffany, did you turn on your friend though? Ems is my friend. Didn't you turn on her?
Ems was never a close friend to me, Carla. She was somebody.
I'm just saying that's like kind of hypocritical for you to say that to Heidi when you turned on her. Like,
wait a minute. What exact? I don't know, because I just said so many.
I mean, Ems is my friend.
Okay. All right.
Well,
I mean,
Carla, I'm just saying that
problem.
you're telling Heidi to do exactly what you have not done yourself. That's all. I won't say anymore.
No, that's okay. You don't need to not say anymore. I'm just wondering what I said to Heidi that was hypocritical, because I'm not sure what it was that I said. I wanted you to tell me what you were referring to.
I think you standing up for someone and her standing up for someone is the same thing. Like, you know.
Yeah, no, I have no problem with Heidi can stand up for whoever she wants, and you know, Tracy can stand up for whoever she wants. I don't know if something came out wrong. That wasn't my intent at all. I don't want to come up here and talk about Ems because that's a totally different situation. But
I'm saying that it's kind of hypocritical for you to be lecturing Heidi about behavior that you've demonstrated yourself. And I'm not trying to attack you or anything, but I'm just seeing it from an outsider's point of view. And I'm not putting anybody down. Don't take it that way, but you know, I like Ems and I think she's been through a lot too.
Okay, fair enough. I wasn't trying to lecture you, Heidi.
No.
At all. I don't know. Carla's probably feeling like I might be coming up here to come after you, and that's not the case. I promise. I really would like to.
I know you're not coming after me. I know you.
I don't want to make it worse. That's not why I'm here at all. I wouldn't even have come up here to make it worse. Promise. So
I know.
Do you think that it's possible that maybe, you know, Tracy is seeing this from maybe standpoints and perspectives that you aren't aware of, because, you know, her personal relationships with people go very deep, and there might be things that you don't understand. So naturally Tracy's gonna come up and try to explain her feelings, and she's gonna try to tell you where she's at in her mind. And I know that you're very irritated right now, and I get that, but like, you know, to come back at Tracy with old hag and bitch is going to make things worse. And I get that it comes from a place of frustration, but I don't think that Tracy is a bitch, and I don't think she's an old hag. And I know that these words get thrown around when you get mad, and in the grand scheme of things, they're just words. But I think that she's probably feeling so hurt for her friend, and there's other things going on. And then last night with going live, you had something to say. And listen, naturally somebody told you that Tawanda had done something to you, so
No.
Proof of that, and you're waiting
No, that's not how it went.
Her experience
that's my personal experience, Tiffany. My personal experience. Nobody
All right,
told me, I seen it all. It
uh-huh.
was, yes, this was done on Facebook
All
3
right, so
years
you
ago.
saw
Yes.
the proof. You saw the proof.
And Facebook
Okay.
used to have archived folders,
Okay.
and I am not tech savvy, but I have somebody close to me who's working with me to see if, we can get all of the screenshots where not only, you know, like I said, I don't care if people come after me, but my family, my parents were doxxed, my sisters were doxxed, my even down to my ex-husband. And there was also a very close dear friend of mine on Facebook, and we've met real life. I mean, we've met in real life. Ours was done like simultaneously. So this is coming from personal experience, you
Okay.
know. So
Did you see Tawanda, like her, did you see the proof of this is what I guess I was trying to ask you, because I don't.
yes, because back then there was some, because it was like in a Facebook group message,
uh
and yeah, there was a mole in there. But anyways, Twanda had dropped in that Facebook group message. She had
uh
dropped her been verified information and the
Yep.
password.
Okay.
So, this person, Allie Anderson, I'm sorry, probably, but that's not her real name. But anyways,
I believe that is she from the what you call it case now? I'm like drawing a blank. Stephen
Jessica
Avery.
Chambers, Jessica Chambers, she
Is it
did the,
Allie Apperson? I think she did the Stephen Avery case as well. Or is
no,
that the same
no, she did
person?
not do
No.
Stephen Avery, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
But
Sure.
anyways, all that information was dropped in the Facebook group message. And then, it was several women in that Facebook group message. And Allie had said, you know, is this them? And, Twanda was like, yes, that is them. That's them. Referring to, my complete dots of, my entire family and my really close friend, to, including hers too. So, I mean,
All right. All
that's
right.
what it goes
So,
back to.
because last night when I was in your stream, at that point, I believe that you had said you were waiting for this stuff to be sent to you. So when I left, I wasn't able to hear the.
No,
I
no,
went
it
back to
it
you.
was all in a Facebook. Used to have this archived
Yeah,
message folder,
I'm familiar with
and
it.
yeah, I went back and looked, and a year ago everything was done. And if I'd have thought a year ago, I would have, screenshot it then if I knew that I was going to be in this position again. You understand what I'm saying? But now, the last few days, because Mandy Lynn was on 180's panel the other night, and she was talking about it. So I was
Right.
like, no, I'm not going to be called a liar, So I went into my Facebook, and I can't find the archived message folder. So that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. Somebody's working with me, and,
Trying to get that for you so you
yeah,
can pull it up.
to
And
figure out, yeah.
do you plan to give it to Twanda so that she can see it? Because I know that she seemed to be very confused
Yes,
last night.
at first I said I would make a video out of it, but then I thought no, that wouldn't be a good idea. But I told Tawanda I would email her.
Okay, good. So, all right. Um, well then, okay, so that answers that I was trying to figure out, because I was also wondering, if you were going to give that to Twanda for her to see. Because I know that
Mm.
she really did seem confused and like she didn't know who you were. So, maybe it would be a good idea for you guys to talk about this. And then, yeah, you're right, like not to put out a video, but maybe just talk to Tawanda privately. And then, I know that not everybody is going to see eye to eye, but do you view Tracy as, being there for her friend and trying to mediate make things better so that things don't get worse, because there are, believe it or not, contrary to what many people believe, I just glanced down at the chat, which is, you know, pretty fucked up, you guys. Like, I did not come up here to yell at Heidi. I did not come up here to do anything remotely close to harming the situation.
The truth came at me first this morning. It's just like when I was in Makeup Mobsters live for, you know, probably all of 5-10 minutes the other night, when all this stuff went down on Diane's panel the other night. I made a comment in the chat, you know, trying to explain how it went down on Diane's panel, and the truth automatically calls me out of my name and calls me a bitch. Okay. I mean, I have not said anything about Tawanda or the truth in a while, Tiffany.
Okay.
But the truth keeps coming at me every chance she gets, and she calls me out of my name. And I'm not going to sit back. I'm not going to sit back and take that. No, I will not.
Okay, so when you're going through this stuff, like, so now it's gotten to the point where there's been like several incidents where you guys have had some issues. Have you ever thought of like trying to talk to her? And I think that when we talk in these public settings and not a closed setting, so many different people get involved and add fuel to the fire. Do you feel like maybe you might understand her more if you guys were to have like a civil conversation? Like you could run it through StreamYards, like private, so you guys could talk or whatever if you don't want to exchange information. And it doesn't have to be now. It could be weeks down the road. I'm just saying, like, I know that
my way of, you know, just dealing with it, Tiffany, is I have not said anything about them, you know. Yes, until last night, and I was triggered last night. I was majorly triggered last night. So, but I have not said anything about neither one of them. So that was my way of dealing with it, and I was going to go about my merry way.
Can I say something? Tiffany, don't you think that's a little hypocritical? Didn't you not go behind the scenes when you had an issue with Ems? Didn't you just put everything out there? Phone conversations and text messages. Like, I don't know. I just, like, I would never do that.
No, I handled it by explaining to Ems that all right, so do you want to talk about Ems, Carla? Because
no, but Ems is my friend, and you're giving.
But I'm not here to talk about
Heidi is okay.
I mean,
I'm just saying that when you're giving her advice.
All right, listen.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not going to say anything else.
No, it's okay. I get it. You're emotionally, connected to the M situation. I get that. And you know what? Thank you for letting me come on your panel when you know that I am not fond of M's, and when you know that I am not a fan of M's. I've got my own personal issues with her, but I totally, you have the green light to ask me these questions. I'm on your panel, but I want you to know I came up here to try to help with a different situation. Talking about M's is not going to get us anywhere, but if you want me to go, I will. And I could just email Heidi or try to talk to her in a different setting. I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
No, I'm muting myself. Here's
how it is, Tiffany. Like I said, I've not said anything about the truth or Tawanda in a while, and until last night, and the whole Tawanda issue. But here's how it is with the truth. Well, not anymore, because I blocked her. Because after my lives, she would come on and make these snarky this is what she does. I have never came at the truth in her comment section of her lives. But this is what she does. And she does it. She does it to me, just like the other night. She called me out of my name. And, okay, call me a bitch. Okay. But it's like this morning on Carla's. She comes up, and what does she do? This is what I have been dealing with it. And I have not said anything. And that, like I said, that was my way of dealing with it. I have not said anything. But she continues. She She continues. That's how the truth is. I mean, good Lord, look at Brian St. John. Look how many years they've gone back and forth. This is what she does. And then she accuses me of being in Laura's Patreon, which is totally false. I am not in Laura's Patreon. Then she accuses, of me and Laura working together and all that. This was set up last night. No, wrong again. The truth gets her facts totally wrong.
So if I can just interject, do you think that maybe the timing of this was horribly off, and it's not your fault, right? Like, you had something to say, but with everything that had happened the night before, do you think that possibly it was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, this is
But you
gonna come up
can't jump
now,
to
or you're
assumptions,
already
Tiffany.
thinking.
I mean, you can't jump, you can't jump to assumptions and make the assumption, oh, because something happened to Laura the night before and then my live last night. You can't,
No, I
nobody
meant
can make that
Tawanda.
assumption that it
I meant
had to do with
Tawanda.
Laura and what's going on with her.
I meant Tawanda, not Laura. I was speaking of like how, what had happened with Tawanda, and then the next thing you know, you were live talking about Tawanda. So maybe that is what
I didn't bring it up
spurred
though.
you.
Tiffany, I was
Okay.
not the one who brought this up. Amanda Lynn brought it up because
Bipolar.
there was a live, obviously,
Uh-huh.
done about me last night. So I only listened to like 30, 35 minutes, somewhere around that time frame. And then I fired up my live. Well, someone who was in Mandy Lynn's live and saw all of it, had said that she had brought up the Tawanda issue.
Okay, so and I understand, but I'm wondering, and it's not, it's just a general statement. I'm wondering if because it was brought up on, on your live last night, that it was just very bad timing because Tawanda was already dealing with so much at the time. So I think that Tawanda's friends might have been like, this isn't going to help anything, because what happens is you've got one issue, right? And everybody's in an uproar for a couple days, but during that, you've got other
But
things being added into the
Tiffany,
mix.
I understand Tawanda lost her brother, and my heart goes out to her on that. It
Yep.
does. But
Good.
everybody now in this country has something going on.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Yep, a lot of stress right now for a lot of people, and that's another thing. We've got people who might be going through things that they're not telling us about. You might be one of those people. Carla might be one of those people. Whoever it might be. So you understand then what I mean when I say like it's one thing piled on top of the other. What I'm not placing blame on you. What I'm saying is the way it might have been perceived by others, and that is what might have fueled the fire. So I understand that Mandy Lynn was the first one to bring it up, and that you kind of
Yes,
piggybacked off of that.
I was triggered.
Yeah.
Yes. I have been triggered, Tiffany, because I have the mob mentality after me now. I mean, and like I said, they're going to do what they want to do. Run with it. Because I know that I'm the person who they're after now. So be it. Because at the end of like I said, they're going to do what they want to do. And, I have done lives, and I have started off my lives even before I went live and thinking, okay, this is going to be a fun stream. All of a sudden you get all of them coming into my stream and they're making these snarky comments. And I know why they do it, because they're trying to set me up. And they do. They set me
So
off.
when you say like that they're trying to set you off, who do
Well,
you feel is that?
I'm talking about, the crowd that I was once with.
Okay.
But
Okay.
and yes,
And
I was triggered. I was triggered last night because it has been a very rough week here on
well, I
YouTube.
also
But it has been
understand.
a rough,
I've gone through that, Heidi. I've gone through what you're explaining right now. I know what that feels like. I really do. And I sympathize with that, because a lot of the times it's, several people, maybe 3 or 4 people that are coming after you. And then you've got 60 people who all.
But Tiffany, I don't go into their lives and do this. I don't.
Right.
You know,
And I understand
and
that.
I have unsubscribed from so many people. I went on a blocking spree, personally blocking them from my YouTube account after my live ended this morning, and I still got a lot to block today. But I have not been in their stream. I went into Mandy Lynn's stream the other week and was defending myself. But other than that, I have not been in their streams. There's very few that I watch anymore. Yeah, I go into Ben's lives, and they're in Ben's lives, but I don't say anything to them, Tiffany. I don't.
Well, I don't want to sit up here and nitpick through everything, but my reason for coming up here was to see if maybe, you and Tracy at one point can possibly try to work through this without other people adding to it, without other people.
I would be willing, yes. If me and Tracy could squash this and just be civil, no, we don't have to be friends. No, I'm not. Yes, I'm willing. Yes, I would be willing to do that. But I'm just.
You're feeling attacked by other people at the
yes.
same time.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like, oh my God, I walked away. I mean, I walked away. But, but like I said, the truth is still coming at me and calling me out of name. Yes, I'm going to respond. Is she going to get it right back? Yeah. I'm just as guilty of that. Of course, I admit it.
It's natural to defend yourself, but there might be things that Tracy's not aware of that go on with you. We naturally just think people know everything, right? Like sometimes people tell me things, I'm like, well, if you wouldn't have told me that, I would have never known. Thank you for telling me. I had no idea. But I don't know where Tracy stands on all of this and how she feels. I just
let me correct it. When the truth called me a bitch, I'll make it I just thought about it. It was, it was about y'all are on the topic of Laura making her live about her cancer. So let me correct. I just thought about it, but because I remember making several comments. But yes, that's why she called me a bitch. But but still,
So do you feel that maybe like Tracy owns, that situation because it happened to her? Like I get like maybe
but I'm just saying, we can all talk to people without using language. Yes, we can. I'm guilty of that myself, people. But
yes, misdemeanor. I'm a white Valley girl. Is that offensive to you? I'm sorry. I'm getting a lot of hate in the chat. I'm up here trying to put my best foot forward.
But Tracy could have responded to my comment harshly. She could have, without calling me out of my name. Just like here on Carla's panel, she could have responded to me harshly without calling me out of my name. I didn't name call her anything until she came at me.
Well, maybe not. All right. So if you're in an argument with your husband or with say you have a daughter or a son or whoever it might be, your best friend, right? They come at you, call you a bitch, say something horrible. Do you try to,
well, see that you can't use that example because Tiffany, in my real life friends, we don't do this. My children, sure, no, they definitely do not call me a bitch, and my husband definitely does not call me a bitch. So, yeah.
The point that I was trying to get to is like usually you try to even things out. So if somebody's coming at you, you don't want to respond with the same type of vitriol. You want to to try to, okay, let me back off this person's upset, let me try to talk to them. And I think that on YouTube, and I'm guilty of it as well. So when somebody comes at me, I do try to ask them, like, what is the problem? You want to talk about it? Like, just talk about it with me. You don't need to act like an asshole. It's really not that hard, So maybe if somebody, and you don't have to take my advice, I'm just saying. So, like, say with
Tiffany,
Tracy,
you're privy to the truth of Tawanda, and that's fine. But
no,
the
I'm
truth.
not.
No. I'm just saying that's fine because everybody is going to be, they are. It's just going to happen. But the truth. Yes, she came up on panel, and it was boom, 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 boom. And okay, she was upset at my comment, but in Carla's comments, I mean, she was making it sound like I blatantly called one when I didn't. But this is what the truth does. She's done it for so long here on YouTube. And she came
Can
up
I
on Carla's
tell you
panel and
seriously?
she was very defensive at me. And then, everything else. So
there once was a time, and I want you to know this. There once was a time where me and Tracy didn't get along at all. We did not get along at all. It was pretty fierce. And when I started watching her from outside of my feelings, and what was going on with both of us, like I actually took a lot of time to observe and watch. She made a lot of sense to me, and I started to form a lot of respect for her because she has a way where, and I'm very fond of the truth. I'm very fond of her and who she is as a person. I adore her. And actually, there's been times where I've gone to her and I've said, I really just need some words of wisdom. She's been an amazing support. So, my experience with her might be completely different from your experience with her, but I know that inside she has a beautiful heart. I think she's a giving, loving person. I think she's trying to do her best to defend her friend and to be there for her, which any good friend should. So you're on the opposite end where you're not seeing it from that point of view. You're defending yourself and you're, speaking for yourself and what's happening
but
with
I
you.
mean, yeah, I can see it on that view also because I also defend my friends, but, and I get the same thing when I defend my friends, you know. So, yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying, if you're coming up on someone's panel to talk to someone and to try to get to, some sort of civil situation, why come up, calling out of names, the slew of accusations? I mean, that's just not how, I don't know. I respect anyone's panel I go up on unless I am disrespected, and then it's on.
So let me just say this. Like, I know that Tawanda has been, so it's been a few days now that she's been the subject and the topic. And I know she's a full-time worker, and, she works all day and she comes home, probably doesn't know anything that's gone on except what she can keep up on while she's at work or what her friends show her or send to her, things like that. But maybe a little bit of time to let Tawanda just like process everything that's going on already. Try to maybe reach out to her, Heidi, and stay in contact with her with what you just brought up last night. Try to work through it. If this happened 3 years ago, because she didn't sound like she remembered anything, and she's like, I don't know Heidi. I don't know who she is. So try to see if you guys can. All I came up here to say was to maybe, I want to put the flame out. I don't want to see all of these people fighting. I don't want to hear you yelling at Tracy that she's a bitch or an old hag, or for her to
But
do
Tiffany, couldn't you? I mean,
to you.
really, really. I mean, you're telling me that, but Tracy was the one who did it. Who called me out first of my name. She was the one who did it first. So I think it's only fair that if you're going to tell me that, then Tracy, and I understand she's your friend. So I understand that completely, but
I just
you know,
want to see you guys be able to work through this and it not turn into a 5-month situation, because when you're on YouTube and you've got all these panels going and different platforms, it's really easy for this to take off and change shape and turn into something that it isn't even. And then you lose track of what happened to begin with. So I I wanted to help. That's all. And Heidi, I
I
respect
understand.
your
And like I
feelings.
said, I've not said anything in a while. And that was my way of dealing with it, is I've not said anything in a while. And, but you, like I said, the truth just keeps coming and coming and coming at me. Like I said, if she's not calling me a bitch on panel, she's in my comments. Well, she can't be in my comments anymore. But I mean, this is what she does. So I can't. It's like this, Tiffany. If if because I'm very close to some ladies on YouTube, but say Carla, for instance. Say if Carla kept getting herself in those situations where she was calling people bitches on panel, if she was going into that person's comments and if she was making lives about them and taking things out of context, I would simply say, I love you, Carla, but if you're going to continue doing this, then you're going to have to stand on your own.
Right. So, and that would be your response to her as your friend, is what you're saying. So if you saw
Yes.
her continuously
Yes.
doing something,
Yes. And I know you've not seen this, but I have screenshots of Tracy doing this, and it's like, but that's what I'm saying, Tiffany. She keeps doing it, and that was just an example I gave. If with the Carla example.
yep. No, I get that, and thank you for trying to explain. I'm going to step down, Heidi. I don't want to make the situation worse, and I just wanted to see where you were at, and I wanted to see if possibly maybe you guys can work through this. I hope that you can, because like I said, I think that you and Tracy would probably have a lot in common. I've listened to you talk. You did an amazing job with what you handled last week. You did that. You stood alone. You didn't, you took a very big risk. Tracy is the same type of person. And I see that in both of you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wanted to come up here and talk to you, because I felt that I could have a rational conversation with you right now. And, it just hurts me to see so many people fighting, especially with what's going on with Tawanda. And yes, I do have a soft spot for what she's going through. Um, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I don't, but I'm coming up here not as, to ride for someone else and attack you. That's not what it is at all. I really do want to see you guys come to some kind of common ground, or and just go your separate ways if you can't get along. We don't have to attack people. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a chat. Like, I mean, this chat is a perfect example. I mean, anybody could read through it. I'm not in my I'm not in my element over here. This isn't my territory. You know what I mean? So the chat is filled with a lot of really rude comments towards me, but I'm not paying attention because I'm here to deal with this. But it's very easy to get sidetracked. Like, this conversation could have taken a completely different form if I would have paid attention to what's being said about me. But I don't want to sit here. People obviously don't want me on the panel, so I'm going to get off. But my email is in my about section. And
Okay.
if you ever want to reach out to me, you're more than welcome to, because I really would love to try to help with the situation if I can. And I want you to know that you can reach out to me, because I feel like, sometimes all it takes just to talk to somebody who knows the hearts of the people that you're having issues with. Um, it's not that cut and dry, and I know that. But I'm here if you need to reach out, or if you have something you want to talk about, or you're thinking about pressing the live button, but you're like, well, let me reach out to Tiffany and see if maybe she knows or can help me with this. I'm here if you need to do that. Okay.
Okay. Thank
But
you.
I really don't want to see you screaming at Tracy and calling her names. And I don't want to see, you know, her do that to you either. I don't, because I think, like I said before, you guys probably have so much more in common than you realize, but you're on opposite ends of the universe, you know, like you're on one side, she's on another, and she's protective of Tawanda. She loves Tawanda, and many of us do. Tawanda's been a pillar of, you know, love, kindness. She's her generosity in the community. Like, she's very loved. And is she perfect? No, none of us are. You know, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. But I know that if you were in trouble, Tawanda would be the first one to reach out her hand to you. No matter what her feelings were, I know that about Tawanda. She would be there to lend a hand or a shoulder. She really would. And that's why I came up here, because, you know, you're going through something with them and it's horrible in the moment. But I do think that in the end, it can be resolved. So I hope that for you guys. I really do.
Okay, thank you.
And Carla, thank you for letting me come up. Aside from, you know, the feelings that you might have about me, I appreciate it.
Is Carla still awake?
Yeah, she's there.
He was packaging meat while you guys were talking.
No,
You were
I
what?
went to the store and got a bunch of meat yesterday, and I was packaging it up.
Oh,
So you guys, I got some stuff done while you guys were talking. So.
oh, okay.
You guys stay healthy, try to stay away from germs, and have a good day. Hopefully this can, you know, maybe something will change over the next couple days, and maybe just try to have a little bit more patience with each other. That goes for everybody. I can't help it, obviously, the whole situation. All I can do is try to talk and let you know my point of view and how I view other people. And I appreciate you letting me up, Carla. Have a good day, Heidi.
Thank you, you too.
Okay.
Right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay. I got some stuff done while you guys were talking. I was listening, but I was doing some stuff around the house. But so you got anything else to say, Heidi?
No.
Did you?
No.
Yeah. I just want everybody to just like coexist. If we can't get along with people, I just want to be able to. You do, and I know you feel the same way as I do. Just coexist. Stop coming after Heidi. You know, we've all got our flaws. Everybody has our flaws. We're all human. I'm still going to say I love Ems because I do. I'm always going to stick up for her. So yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
and I know
and
a
that's,
lot of people have different feelings about her, but you know, I like her. So.
and yeah, you know, yes, I wish I could just ignore, and hopefully me personally blocking people from my personal YouTube account, hopefully that helps, you know, that, okay, just, you know, let them, God, let them talk about me to the end of time if they want to. But, you know, that's the only way I could see myself, you know, moving on and not getting caught up in the, you know, when I hear something about me and me having to power up a lot. That's the only way I see at this point that I can resolve it. You know what I'm saying? For me.
Yeah. And that's why, you know, I came up here and I wanted to I wanted I wanted to stick up for you today because you're my friend. I love you. You know I love you. And I don't like to see you upset. And I know you were upset. And I just, you know, you were there for me. And I want to be here for you. So
well, thank you so much. And
I
want, you know, I want to BTS, thank you, because you motivated me to make those changes, to block. You motivate. I mean, so thank you so much.
And blocking is probably the best thing you can do on here. I mean, when you don't get along with someone, because and what I've started to do is if I know someone's going to be talking like that about me, I just don't go there. I just even don't want to know what they're saying because I don't want screenshots. I don't want like a link to whatever live they're making about me because it's just makes me upset. And then you go on and you end up saying something you regret, or you get something will be used against you. And I know both that happens with us. And I just don't want to be. I want to be more positive. So I want to.
Well, that's me too. And I do want to be positive, and I try to be positive. I really, really do.
I know you do. I know who you are. I know what your heart is, and I know. I mean, you've gotten some flack lately, but you know, you have personal issues with someone, and that's on. You know, that's between you and her, and that's something that happened. You know, before, and you have every right to be triggered by it. No one else has the right to bring it up. I don't think making video after video about someone putting them down is a good thing. I don't think like it resolves anything. But
see, that was only done last night, in my opinion. That was because they.
No, I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, the live was already. I know the live was already about me. So why not? I mean, she just took it a step further, is what she did.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. And you had every right to respond to it. And, I'm here for you. I love you. I know
I love you too, Carla.
I know your heart. I know you're a good person. Whether whoever you support, we don't always support the same people, but we still be friends and love each other.
Right.
And that goes for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, our small little tight-knit group, Carla.
Yep.
Said it last night. We all don't like the same person, but you don't see us saying, well, or just stop talking, stop talking to you or whatever. I mean, we don't do that.
Nope. And we don't judge each other.
So. Nope, we do not.
That's it is what it is. But I'm gonna log off. I think it's been 3.5 hours almost.
I got to get some things done around the house today. Anyway,
so I'm gonna have to find room in my freezer for everything.
Everybody stay safe, and
everybody,
I don't know.
Be kind to each other. Stay where there's no germs or whatever. And I'll be thinking about you all. I love you all. Thanks for spending 3.5 hours here. And some of you spent 3.5 hours. Some of you didn't.
Thank you, Carla, and I'm sorry. I yelled on your panel. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm always here for you. So just like you're.
Thank you so much. Yes, and the same goes from me to you also.
I know. We'll start having more fun streams maybe one of these days.
Yeah.
When we're not having a conversation in every single live stream, but yeah, maybe we'll talk about makeup and how not to put it on.
Yes. I love you, Carla. Have a good day. Have a good day, everyone.
I love you guys. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
I guess it's like, what time is it now? Oh, 11:30, almost lunchtime. So you guys have a great day. I love you for spending this time with me. Thank you for not, it was a minimum of trolls in here, very few. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate you all. So have a great day. Bye, everybody.